It is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Saturday. Saturday, fun day. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. Hello, everyone. Hope all is well with everyone this morning, this beautiful day. It's a beautiful day to be alive. It's a beautiful day. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day to be alive. So we're going to operate from our prosperous mindset, right? Now, I do reference the Bible. Do I study it? No, I reference it, yes. I like to quote it when it comes to the good part, right? As I always say, let's get to the good part. If you're gonna choose to read the Bible, only read about the good stuff. Don't mess around with the other stuff. Other stuff, let somebody else talk about the other things. And you only go to go to Proverbs, go to, Psalms, Song of Solomon. Get to, remember who you are. Remember that you are the power, you are the source, and that's all the Bible is useful for, right? It is your autobiography. It's reminding you what happens when you operate in double-mindedness, which is believing in two powers, or when you operate in, when you have your awakening experience, or whether you just come to the realization that your mind is creative, that when you put your mind to, when you decide and put your mind to something, that the thing that you put your mind to will most certainly happen, right? That's all you need to know. You just need to know that your thoughts are things. When you put your mind to a certain topic, a certain belief system, that it will become your reality. That's all that's necessary. But is it required that refer to the script? No, it's not necessary. You can know all these things without ever picking up a Bible. All right, all you have to do is just test your own mind and prove to yourself that when you think something and you accept it as your reality, it will become your experience. So that's all you have to know. All right, so that's why I say it's a manifestation book, because manifestation is just about experiencing your own thoughts. That's all manifestation is. And we're always constantly, as long as we are in this physical dimension, this third dimensional plane, you'll always be experiencing your own thoughts, your own belief system, right? No one else's. You'll only experience yours. Now, you may take on other people's belief systems, but you can choose to change them. You don't have to continue to believe as you did, right? Especially if you want to experience something differently. You get to think differently. You're not stuck in any perspective. You get to choose differently at any given moment in time. So with that being said, understand that we are writing our story with our words. Good morning, Key. How are you? Happy Saturday. This is about prosperous living. Prosperous living. We want to have the prosperous life, right? And so we have to choose to give our attention to the wanted and let the unwanted go, right? So this is about a shift in reality, shifting perspective, right? No longer talking about what happened years ago, what happened, when I was a child, what happened when I was unless you find, I'm going to say for me, you get to do whatever you want to do. For me, let me just talk about me. For me, I'm no longer dealing in the past. We're going to let the past stay dead and buried. We're going to leave it right there where it was. Exactly, since it doesn't exist and it only exists in my mind, why would I keep bringing it to mind, right? Because it does not benefit me in the here and now. Talking about what I was when I was a child, when I was a teenager, when I was a young, that doesn't benefit me now, unless I can, gain wisdom from it. And a lot of times the things that you experience in those years or from a fear-based mentality, and the only wisdom you can glean from it is not to operate from that state. Don't operate from wisdom. Don't operate from fear anymore. Operate in love. Operate in truth. Operate in joy and peace. Hey, Sandy, welcome. Peace and blessings. Morning. Hey, Saint Monaco. Yes. So it's all about a choice, right? Choosing to put your focus on the wanted. Choosing to give your attention to your desires and then going your way in peace, right? Choosing to go throughout your day in peace and joy and love and gladness, rejoicing, being thankful, appreciation, right? appreciation for everything that you see in your world because you recognize it's your creation, that everything you're experiencing in your world, you created it because of your thought life, right? Everything you see is your thought life. And so if you don't like what you're seeing, then guess what you have to do? Change your thought life. It's really that simple. Just change your thought life. Change the way you're thinking about it. Change the way you're perceiving it. You don't have to continue to live in that state anymore if it does not resonate with you. And you don't even have to analyze it. You don't have to go, oh my goodness, how did I get here? What happened? You don't have to do that. You just have to decide how you want it to be different. And then think from that state. Just think from that state. You don't have to dig it up, put it under a microscope, and analyze it. It's not necessary. Now that you understand your thoughts are things, you know the only reason why these things are in your life is because of your thoughts. So if you want the things to be different in your life, change your thoughts. Change your perspective about yourself. Start speaking well of yourself. If you desire prosperity, then put your mind on prosperity. If you want health, then put your mind on health. You don't say that you want health, then talk about illness and talk about symptoms and talk about causes, right? No, you speak only health. You give thanks for the health. You appreciate health. You appreciate that your body is the infinite expression or the perfect expression of the divine, which is perfection. You are perfection expressed, which means you're whole, complete, and you lack no good thing. You have everything you could ever want in the here and now. The only reason why you don't see it is because you're choosing not to see it. You're choosing to lean into the error. You're choosing to continue to live from fear. Hello, Beck. How are you? Hello, Nathan. Hello. All right. So it's about focusing on what it is we want. So knowing that you're the operant power, knowing that you are the awareness, you are the observer, you are the consciousness. It is tell your thoughts what to think, tell your feelings how to feel, right? You get to tell your mind what to think. You get to tell your feelings how to feel, right? You get to tell your feelings to settle down. You get to say, peace, be still. If you're on troubled waters, you get to tell the waters to be still. You don't have to ride this emotional roller coaster. You get to still the waters, right? And it's not about judgment. It's not about seeing wrongness. It's not about declaring something that's negative. It's just deciding you want it to be different. That's it. You want to have a different experience. That's it. You just want a different experience. So simply have a different experience. Choose to have a different experience. Be mindful of your thoughts. Pay attention to what you're thinking about. And if your thoughts are no longer serving you, change them. It's easy. And you have to tell yourself it's easy. Because again, the subconscious mind will do whatever you instruct it to do. It is never going to argue with you. So why would you continue to say, oh, it's challenging, oh, it's difficult, it's hard, I don't get it, oh my goodness, I don't understand. Stop saying those things. Say, I completely understand now. The way has been revealed to me. The right action has been made known to me. The depths of my being knows all things and it reveals itself to me. Hello, Trippy. Right? Dispelling the error and speaking truth. Right? Dispel the error and speak truth. Walk in truth. Walk in unity. Walk in the newness of now. Right? Today is a new day and you get to have the day you want. You don't have to live in yesterday. You don't have to live in yesteryear. We don't care what happened yesterday. We don't care about what happened in yesteryears. The only thing that matters is now. What do you want now? And you live from this moment going forth, right? Because your now thought is creating your future reality. Air quotes, right? Future. What does that mean? The next moment. And then the next moment. And then the next moment. And every moment is what? The now moment. And that's all you have. You only have now. So what are you going to do with it? Are you going to spend your time complaining about yesterday? Are you going to spend your time complaining about how you were raised as a child, how your parents didn't love you, how your parents abandoned you, okay, you know that story. Tell a different one. Because you're not a child anymore. Your parents are off living their life and you living yours. So what are we going to do with that now? What are we going to do with it? It's not about that. It's not even about did it happen or didn't it happen. That's not it. It's about what do you want to happen now? In what capacity do you want to express life now? Hello, hello. And so, we're going to give our focus to, we'll let the naysayers have their belief system, right? We'll let people talk about their doom and gloom. We'll let them have that. I'm no longer speaking to those who don't see this truth, right? I'm not here to debate or argue people's belief systems. I'm over that. We're moving on. I'm moving on. I'm not here to discuss Christianity. I'm not deconstructing Christianity. I don't care. You get to have your Christianity. I'm not here to take it away from you. I decided that it doesn't work for me, and so I'm going to live from that place. I'm no longer going back talking about I used to do this, ain't no use to. It's what am I doing now? Do I want? How do I want to live now? You get to have your belief system. I'm not here to argue with you about it. I don't want to talk about it. It does not edify. It does not do anything. It just leaves you back in that old state, and I'm done with the old state. It's about prosperous living. That's what we're giving our allegiance to, prosperous living. Living the abundant life, living a life full of joy, peace, and tranquility, which is the same word, of course. Success, wisdom, health, right? Love. We're operating in love. Everyone else that wants to operate outside of that, you're on the wrong platform. If you're looking to argue over your beliefs, you're in the wrong platform. Go find another platform where you can argue your beliefs. We're not doing that over here. Absolutely. Everyone's journey is different. Everyone's journey is different. And so find your journey, I would say choose life. Why not choose life? Why not choose the abundant life? Why not choose the peace that surpasses all understanding? Why not have the joy that is filled to overflowing, right? My cup runneth over with all good things, right? That's the focus. That's the path. That's the journey. That is the narrow way. The way of truth and life and love is narrow. You have to be tunnel vision. You have to be single-minded. Hey, Lily, how are you? And hello, Alchemy and Trippy, how are you? I know people want to continue to argue about this truth, and you just have to let them have their belief system. And, like I said, if I'm saying I'm not trying to dissuade, persuade, convert, or proselytize, then I just need to let people have whatever they want to believe and let them be on their merry way. And if they're not ready to level up in life, to see that life can be this beautiful experience, can be this beautiful existence, that you really do choose to be happy. Happiness is a choice, right? Choose this day who you're going to serve. I said before you, good and evil, blessings and cursings, life and death. Choose life, but you don't have to. You get to choose whatever life you want, and you get to ease on down whatever road that you want to travel. I understand that the easy road is the road less traveled. Most people like crooked and difficult. Most people would want the struggle bus. Unfortunately, fortunately for me, I've decided to let that mindset go. Like I was talking to my husband yesterday, and you think about people that we say are very successful, right? They eat, drink, and they eat, drink, and sleep the reality in which they want to experience. And so, I always use Michael Jordan as a as an example, because I was a huge Michael Jordan fan when he played for Chicago Bulls, watched all 6 championships, right? I'm from Chicago, so I was all in when he played for us. He didn't retire with us, right? He went, I was at the Wizards, and being, became a partial owner, or an owner of that team as well. And when you just listen to him talk, right, his whole life was basketball, because that was the game he loved. He loved basketball, and that's what in his world revolved around it. And if you notice, if you listen to any interviews regarding Michael Jordan, he never talks about a god, he never talks about politics, he never talks about people struggling in life. He was all about how his mindset was pertaining to his desire, right? He was in a bubble where basketball and competitive sports was his world, right? We know he liked to golf, he liked to gamble at any opportunity, because his nature was competitive, and he never made any apologies for who he was. He didn't apologize that he was competitive. He owned his competitive nature, right? And so it's about us owning who we are, and having tunnel vision and singleness of heart, singleness of mind, and whatever you're desiring to do, to lean all the way into that. Give up everything that you have to lean into the person that you're saying that you are, right? Because whatever you're desiring is desiring you, which means you're already that what you desire to be. But don't make excuses for it. Right? Don't make excuses for it. Don't feel bad about it. Don't try to make other people feel good, right? He wasn't the feel good teammate. His ass, he was like, I'm not pushing you because I'm trying to get you to do something I'm not doing. I want you to be great just as me, In his way, some people, may have not been in agreement with. But he wasn't apologizing for it. He was like, hey, this is who I am. Take it or leave it. I want greatness, and I want you to experience greatness with me. So as I push me, I'm going to push you, right? And others have different perspectives with that. Everybody didn't go that route. It wasn't, but he understood who he was, and he wasn't trying to be something that he wasn't, and trying to fit the mold of how other people thought he should be as a teammate. Yes. State of being, absolutely. That's exactly what mind science means. Psychology. Exactly. That's exactly. Hello, K Divine. That's exactly. Yes, love in it, breathe in it. That's exactly what mind science means. It means the Bible is a book of psychology. It's telling you how to use your damn mind. Learn how to use your mind. Master your own mind. Master your own thoughts. Stop trying to worry about what somebody else is doing, and master you. Stop being concerned. Yes, we look to others for inspiration, to be inspired by them, right? We don't look for others to condemn or to idolize, right? We don't idolize others, and we don't condemn others. We see others as ourselves, right? Because the world is your reflection. It's your mirror. You're right. So if you're looking at your world and you're condemning it or you're idolizing it, you're making it separate from you. Your world is not separate from you. There's no one to idolize. There's no one to put on a pedestal. There's no one to lift up, right? Don't put anyone above you. See everyone as you, right? When I'm talking about Michael Jordan, he's my reflection. He's not separate from me. He's a fractal part of who I am. Yep. And so living in that truth and owning that perspective, right? Owning who you are, and not making apologies for who you are. Not trying to live yourself according to someone else's perspective. Because no one else's opinions matter unless you make them matter. So stop making them matter. Stop caring what other people think about you. Lean fully into who you are. Whatever that is. Own who you are. You're argumentative, so. You're sarcastic, so. You're rude, so. Are you kind? Yes. Are you generous? Yes. Are you compassionate? Yes. You can be all those things. There's no have to, there's no should, and there's no must. It's what are you choosing? Right? I am the philosopher's stone. That part. Again, if this message does not resonate with you, then, that means it's not for you. I'm not here to convince you of anything. If you feel like this what I'm saying does not, help you in any sort of way. And so I do have the goal for my life, 10K the easy way. You get to come up and have your say. But I'm only bringing people up that are on this path. No longer talking to those who have, opposing views. I really don't care I'm not interested in hearing the perspective of those who oppose this view. Then that means this platform is not for you. We're all about elevating our minds, expressing our divinity, living our life on purpose, living our life in perfection, living our life in prosperity, success, love, peace, joy, wisdom, health, wealth, and all things good. If that does not resonate with you, then you need to go find another platform. Because I'm not here to debate anyone's belief system. You get to go debate that on. There are plenty of platforms that want to debate belief systems. This is no longer one of them. Right. I am all things and there is nothing that I am not. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because, talking to people and having discussions that don't bring about, a common good, right? That isn't uplifting, inspiring, encouraging, then what is the purpose of it? Sometimes we just want to hear ourselves talk and we're not trying to, bring about an expected end. Then what's the point? And for some people, that's what they desire. And again, no, it's no judgment there. It's just that's what I'm choosing not to do anymore. I just don't like it. It's like pointless to me. But for some people, they are energized by it. And for a moment, I was, it was interesting. It was for its purpose and for its time. And it's like and that's the whole thing with life, right? You experience things to see what you want more of or what you want less of, right? So you try things out, right? That's what experience is about seeing what you like. And then if you decide that you don't like it, switch it up, shift, just shift. Just say, that was cool for that moment. I'm good now. I thought that's what I wanted until I got really in it. And then I decided, no, that ain't it. It's time to move on. It's time to let people, you get to have that. I'm going this way. I'm getting off that train. I'm jumping off that bus. I'm taking a different route, going a different path. It was cool for what it was cool for, and there's some interesting people, and I'm always going to continue to meet interesting people. So that's the beauty of this platform. You do get to meet people from all walks of life and all schools of thought, but I'm no longer looking to, discuss my belief system with someone that isn't looking to elevate their minds and looking to live the best version of themselves. Right, alchemy, yes. And yes, and it's okay. It's okay. How have you been, Sandy? It's only important to those who say it's important. Trying to tell somebody else what they should or should not believe, I mean, it's useless. Like, why waste your energy telling somebody what they should be doing and what they shouldn't be doing? Like, why is that anyone else's business what another person is doing? Especially if it does not affect you personally, right? It has no effect on your life whatsoever. You just want to control another person's being. And why? Why do you feel the need to control another person? Like, what satisfaction do you get? Here's the thing. I find most people that try to control others, they can't control themselves. Because when you can control yourself, you let others be, right? You allow people free to be whatever they want. Like, you don't need other people to be different so you can feel happy. You do not need to be different. You do not need other people to be different, rather. You can be different all you want. Because when you truly understand that your world, everything that you're experiencing is just a reflection or projection of you. And remember I said we're all broadcasting our station, right? We're all sending broadcasting signals out, and other people are that resonate with that broadcast, that are aligned to that broadcast, are going to be drawn into your experience, right? And so if you don't like what station you're getting, what you're channeling, right, you must decide to tune to a different station. That's it. Just tune to a different station. You don't have to judge and say, oh my goodness, this station is so crappy. Oh my goodness, this station is so bad. I mean, you can absolutely say that. To what end? I don't know why you need to down one thing in order to experience another, but hey, you can. It's your world, it's your script. But I would just say, just change the station. You don't have to talk about how, you go to a restaurant, you don't have to talk about how bad the food is. Just don't eat the food. Go to a different restaurant. You don't have to condemn the service. Just don't go there anymore. You discovered that it didn't meet your standards, so then just go somewhere else. Right? You say you confused? What? Oh, that is beautiful, Beck. That's what's up. I love that. Yay, Beck. I love that. Exactly, alchemy. That's how it should be. Hey, Tam V. Yep, two things can be great at the same time. Duality is delusion. That part. You are the source. Hello, Appolite. Welcome. You are the source of everything that's happening in your world, because it's your thoughts that you're seeing. It's your assumptions about life that you're experiencing. You're not experiencing other people's thoughts. You're experiencing your own. And you're either choosing it, either knowingly or unknowingly, consciously or unconsciously, but either way you're choosing it. Anything you give your attention to, that's the choice. Whenever you give your attention to a thing, that's when you're choosing the thing. If you don't want to choose it, take your attention away from it. Because that's all awareness is. That's all energy knows. Energy only knows what you focus on. That's all it knows. Your subconscious mind, the source within, right? Your awareness is only going to show things that match you. Your world is a reflection of you. Hey, Elizabeth. Thoughts manifest by you talking about. Thoughts become things. Thoughts are things. The how is not my work. The how is not your work. That's like asking me, how does a seed grow in the earth? We know that it has to become one with the earth. It must go through a germination, right? It must germinate, which means it must die to its current self to become the thing that it always was, right? The acorn is the oak tree, but I can't tell you why or how the acorn is the oak tree. I don't know the how. I don't know how the machinations of nature works. I never said that I did. But the power that we were given on this third dimensional plane, we were given the power of thoughts and speech. That we shall speak a thing and it shall come to pass. That your words that go forth, they shall not return unto you void. I don't know why you want to argue. If you don't resonate with you, okay, then you're not the source of anything. Okay, you get to have that. I'm not trying to convince you of anything. If you don't think you're the source of anything, then keep living life. Keep doing what you're doing. I know it's trying to disrupt your path. Do you live your best life? Continue as you are. I know because I've applied it. It isn't theory for me. then when I changed my thoughts, my reality changed. What I experienced had to change because my thoughts did. So I don't, the only way you prove it to yourself is that you actually have to apply it. You have to decide to think differently and then notice that your life shows up differently because you start thinking differently. But no one can really tell you this. This is something that you have to know through experience. Yep. 10K the easy way. You get to come up and have your say. You said I don't sleep. I did. I had a good sleep. I'm just not a long sleeper. Say to myself, right? I had a good 6 hours. Got up, showered, got dressed, Because when I got off live last night, I went right to sleep. I know many of you probably didn't know. I got back on live last night about 11 o'clock. And I was on live till about 1. I did like a couple of hours last night. I put in the late shift. We did the late night shift last night. A few of you were up with me. Some of the regulars were there last night, and we had a great conversation. Had one guy I met yesterday. We had a great conversation about this thing we call consciousness and awareness. It was a really great thing, and I was letting you guys know last night that I'm going to shift my platform once again. Once again, we're shifting the platform. Because it's about, we got to just choose to live the abundant life and then stay on that lane. We're just going to stay on that path. It didn't send you a request, Sandy? I don't know. Hey, Nikki. WKRP. Oh, you missed it. Oh, yeah. You fell asleep. Say to myself. You said you tried to stay up. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yep. You entered the rejuvenation chamber. You said, what are we shifting to, pretty as Lene? We're just getting back to one, right? No more. I'm no longer discussing this with the opposing viewpoint. If it's not for you, then it's not for you. And we just gonna part ways. I'm gonna let you have your thoughts and your belief system. I'm not here to discuss the opposing view anymore. Like, I'm not bringing up those who, so you won't see me say anything about any religion. I don't care. I don't care what you believe. You get to have it. If what I'm saying doesn't resonate with you, that's okay. I'm not here to it's just like I was saying earlier, it's like we say we want to be around like-minded people, right? We want to have, we want to fully dive into being the prosperous person, the loving person, the joyful person, right? So then you cannot then go talking to people that operate in limitation, right? They only can see limitation. They only want to see that the world is cruel, that it's cold, that it's uninviting. Okay, you get to have that. I'm not here to change your worldview. That's just not my life. And I don't want to talk about that no more. Hey, June. How are you? Yes. Got to be the watchman at the gate now. Yes. Day one's pretty as Renee. Yes, pretty as Renee has been a day one. Yes. I mean, don't make things personal. This is not personally, I'm not personally speaking to anyone specifically, at any time. This is never about a personal thing. Don't take it personal. Don't take it personal. I just want to be all alone. When you think I treat you wrong, it's just one of them days that a girl goes through. I'm not angry and sad though. I'm not angry. But you know, right? Don't take it personal. Take the bitter with the sweet. All good things come to an end, but they don't come to an end. Good things expand upon themselves, right? What you give your energy to expands. So, right? So if I'm saying that what I give my energy to expands and I keep giving my energy to the opposing view, then what's going to expand? The opposing view. Why would I want to continue to do that? Why do I want to continue to speak in opposition to myself? Why do I want to keep dividing my thoughts and dividing myself? What? I'm operating in duality. No, it's about unity. Let's operate in unity. Let's operate in unity. So let's see. I do want it. So I'm bringing you guys up, but just know I'm not here to debate or to argue or to convince. I'm not looking to, you know, get you to see nothing I'm saying, or you're free to ask questions regarding my perspective, but I'm not here to argue perspectives. Hello, Sandy. How are you? I don't know if Sandy knows she's up here. Hello, BUP Enterprises.
Hello, ma'am. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, I really like what you got going on.
Oh, thank
I've
you.
been having similar frequency. Uh, had that on my mind this morning as far as um the way us being our greatest selves and not playing the blame game, not being toxic to each other.
Hmm.
That kind of is the most useful, and the other things are kind of taken away from who we are.
Yes, I totally agree. Yep. It's about the singleness of mind, deciding to whatever you're deciding to lean into. Just jump off the cliff, fall right into it, no holds barred, jump right into the ocean and be immersed in love, be immersed in whatever you're desiring to be, and just letting go of all the other things.
So I think some people don't know what they are, what they want to be. I think that's why people be like floating back and forth and switching channels because they haven't found one that's them. Matter of fact, I don't even know if they know they can find their own.
Yes, yes. And here's the thing, that's why we call it an experience, right? I look at it as we are the scientists of our own experience, and we're constantly experimenting with life, right? And I'm not looking at it as the experiment ever being a right or wrong. It's just, that's all it is. It's a trying on of things. It's the trial, right? Like scientists, they have trials, right, to see what works, to see what benefits them, to see what resonates, right? To see if this thing becomes a proof, right? As opposed to a theory. And
Yeah, for
that's,
sure.
yeah. And we'll walk many paths until we decide what path we're going to remain on.
Yeah, it's all a part of the journey
Yeah.
process. Um, I say if you're not willing to take the journey, you won't go nowhere. You'll stay in the same spot.
Yep.
Um, in the same ideologies, in the same environments, talking to the same people about the same thing.
Yep.
And then at some point, you can tell when you're growing or moving along because you witness these spaces and you like nothing's changed here. This is all
Yep.
the same all over again. But
Yep.
like, and you wonder like, do you get tired of this state that you're stuck in? And I guess
Mm.
everybody not.
Yep. And I think people are tired. They just don't know how to be different, right? It's like a part of them wants to be, but here's the thing, the familiarity of of comfort, even if it doesn't serve you, is because it's familiar, so you stay with it, right? Even if it no longer benefits you.
Or just having a group of people that agree with you, you feel like you got a place.
Yep. 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 And that's been my biggest thing. I don't need for you to agree with me. And that's what, so different people will come on my platform and I'm saying what I'm saying and they're like, oh, I agree with you, I agree with you. But I'm not looking for you to agree with me. So the moment I disagree with them, now I'm contrarian. But why do you need me to amen you?
Yeah,
Because
to
I don't
validate your
need you
opinion.
to amen me. I don't
Yeah.
care if you come up and say, you're right, Toya, or T, you're right, you're right. I don't really care if you think I'm right. Because it's going to become a time when you're not going to agree with me, and then what? So now
Yeah,
we
it ain't
fell
about
out.
that.
Now we fell out. Now you don't like me no more because now I don't agree with what you're saying.
That's them wishy-washy people.
Now we mad because it should never have been about you looking for me to validate you. Because I was never looking for you to validate me.
Well, we know validation is a big thing, and that's what people are looking for, and it was missing at some point in their life. So now this is what they do to seek it.
Yep. Yep. You have to be your own person. Because here's the thing. What I do try to be cautious of, if I don't make it personal and I never say, well, you're doing this and you're doing that, and I try to keep it as general as possible, where I'm not taking personal attacks at people's belief systems. If you're doing something that works for you, I have a right to say, well, I don't, that's not something I do. I'm not saying it's wrong. It's just something I know that's not necessary for me. And so when I say that, it's like, well, you're saying that it's wrong. Never said it was wrong. I said it's not necessary for me. I'm not making it wrong for you because that's your path. That's what you think is necessary for you to get whatever you desire or for you to experience whatever you want to experience. But can we can I say what I say without you being offended by what I'm saying? As long as I'm not agreeing with you, the only
Most people
issue
can
I
be.
have is sometimes when people don't agree with me, then it has to be a personal attack. I'm like, why you gotta personalize it because you don't agree with me? You can talk about you without adding me into the equation.
That's just emotional immaturity. That's what I see.
Well, yeah, I don't even like. That's what I'm saying. I don't even like to call it that. I just like to say, just don't use me in your hypotheses. I don't need to be in your equation. I'm never going to call somebody stupid. I'm never going to call somebody dumb. I'm not going to call somebody immature, rude, none of that. Even if we find ourselves talking at the same time, right? I'll just say, well, we both can't talk at the same time. But in no time did I call you rude. Do I call you that? I do my best not to personalize anyone's choices or how anyone is expressing themselves. Because we all sometimes will get emotional. We all sometimes will appear to be aggressive in tone, or one person says aggressive, another person says passionate. It's in the eye of the beholder, right? It's everyone has their own perspective, right? So everybody is free to judge accordingly, right? But we know that the only reason why we're judging a thing a certain way is because we identify with it. Because you can't see something that's not in your awareness.
Yeah, Alchemy said ego. People ego stop them from actually seeing.
Um, I don't talk about the ego. To me, the ego is not a bad thing. The ego, to me, is just a reason mind, logical mind. It's just an old state. It's a state that hasn't actualized itself to knowledge. And that's okay. It's okay because I don't reference ego because to me, ego gets a bad rap. And ego to me becomes this whole thing of duality again. Because is there really an ego? Ego would be an illusion, right? It wouldn't even be a real thing.
Um, okay. I think I want to say like selfish intent then
But
compared
we're all
to
selfish though. Everyone
yeah, I
everyone in this
agree.
world is selfish. Everything is about self, right? Everything is about self.
Yeah, but if we can get to a point where we understand that helping people or being not being ego driven, because I think ego it can be an extreme. Yeah, it does get a bad rap because ego can be used against yourself and used against others. compared to you using it to be your best self.
Right. Because even though I'm saying they, I'm really saying me, right? I'm using the terminology they, but there is no they. Everyone is me pushed out. I'm
I
just
get
not
that.
liking the channel. I'm not in tune with this, is attuned with this. Actually, I am in tune with the station, but I don't like the station. Instead of me just changing the station, I want to analyze it. That's it.
I think that's awareness.
Hmm.
Like you were saying, some people can't move because they're unaware that there's even up more frequencies. Like so they can't tune into another.
Yep. Yep. And the ego, I guess the ego conversation, I just don't get into the conversation. I'm not saying that others shouldn't do it or can't do it. Everybody's free to do whatever they want to do. But to me, when we get to talking about the ego, to me, it makes it sound like we're dividing ourselves by saying it's the self and then there's the ego, where there's only self, there's only I am, there's nothing outside of the I am. There's only I am. When we talk about ego, we're talking about division now. We're operating from two powers when there is no two powers. There's only one power. And how you're choosing to utilize that power is what's happening in that moment.
Do you feel like your energy dispersion should be balanced?
There's only one energy.
Right. I get that, but I'm saying like as you
Consciousness can never be imbalanced. That's the illusion. There's no imbalance in perfection. There's no imbalance in consciousness. Consciousness can never be divided against itself. That's the illusion, to think that there's something other than self. There's only God. There's only source. That's it. There's nothing else.
I get that.
And how we use this energy determines our experiences in life. And we are the only ones that's judging it as an imbalance, right? We're saying this is negative, this is positive, this is right, this is wrong, this is
Well, I kind of do it.
perfect, this is imperfect.
I would kind of do it off of results though, and not over like I'm picking and choosing what's right or what's wrong. Like you said, through those experiences, those experiments as a life scientist, seeing if it's beneficial for me or not, if it's useful,
Yep.
and I think that would be the gauge whether
You
we
should
should.
continue on that path, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that you're right. You're right. That's the gauge, the experience of it. Not if it's right or wrong. It's like, do I want to continue down this path? That's the only thing that you're asking yourself. Is it beneficial for me to continue along this mindset? And when you determine that it isn't, you shift.
Facts.
Yeah. And so we're gonna bring Enoch Yahweh into the conversation. Hello.
Peace, love. I appreciate you allowing me up.
Peace, love. You're welcome. Thanks for joining.
Um, I just mainly came up because the title resonated with me. Uh, really appreciated it. It's not too many people that I feel really understand this way of thinking and why I think it's kind of kept in secret, so to speak. Um, in my understanding, a lot of people get caught into the religious aspect, and I get it. It's kind of written that way, but at the same time, there's like you have to study it in order to be able to understand the frequency of it. Like you were saying earlier about the expansion of things that you give power into. I see that as, or I would say the equivalent of it is something that I consider to be for. Like whatever you're for, that's what you're going to expand. It doesn't matter about, like, people try to want something like a better life, but they'll do things to work against the better life. Like if you're for, let's say, health, then you should try to be healthy. You should submerge yourself into a healthy lifestyle rather than constantly trying to worry about all of the negatives that go against health. What should you not eat? What should you not do? So on and so forth. If you worry about more about fulfilling yourself as far as what you should do, then
Yeah.
you'll accept that as opposed to the negative. So I completely agree with that. And the Bible is, like I said, it's a part of that. If you read it correctly, it says, "As a man thinketh, so shall he be." So it's about your mind the entire time. It talks about wearing of clothing, certain clothing like linen or wool, and how you shouldn't mix them. Because if you do the study on that, you'll find out it's about the frequency or the megahertz, so to speak. So the average clothing like polyester, anything like that made by man is usually around 15 megahertz, which is the same thing as an unalive body. But if you put on linen or wool 100%, then it raises the megahertz to 5,000. But when you cross them together, they actually cancel each other out and go to zero, which is actually going to take away from you as a vibrating human being. Like I said, I just completely agree that it is a mind science, and I would go so far as to say it's a manual on how to become God. And I know a lot of people might find that to be a little controversial, but you really need to do the study on the word God, and you'll see that it means to pour out libations. So it's about the words that you're using to be able to create your reality. Um, a lot of people don't agree, but if you listen to a gentleman by the name of Reverend Ike, he
Yes. Yes. I
yeah,
know. Yes. Very
yeah,
familiar with Reverend Ike.
okay, yeah, he was very good at what he does as far as allowing you to be able to see the book from a different light. And I believe it'd be very beneficial for those who don't understand what we're talking about or what the conversation is, and he can elaborate very much. But I'll leave land the plane with that.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I like you bringing to light that mixture of the different fabrics, because it just reminds you when it talks about the sea, that's a mixture of thoughts too. That's why when you cast your net into the sea, you have to separate. You have to separate those sea creatures, right? Those ones that are beneath on the floor of the ocean, which are what? Those the scavengers, which are of the lower mindset, the lower thoughts, opposed to those that are above the sea waters, like the whales and the those greater, bigger fish, those higher realms of thought, right? The Bible is the same story throughout Scripture. It's always talking about the dual nature of the mind when it eats off the tree of knowledge of good and evil. And the Old Testament is about the awakened, enlightened mind when you decide to operate in singleness of mind, when you just operate from the higher realms of thought, which is to think right about all things, to see life as a beautiful experience, as opposed to seeing it as some depraved thing that you have to try to work through. You don't have to work through anything. You just have to accept all things as beautiful, as amazing, as glorious, as the I am, as the source of all things. But when we operate from that dual mindset, that brings about limitation and fears and doubts and unbelief and disbelief. That's the to me that's what that manual is telling us. This is what happens when you think this way, and this is what happens when you think this way. And guess what? You get to choose. You get to choose how you're going to think. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Hello, Sandy. Are you there? Okay, okay. No problem, Beck. Sandy, are you there?
Peace and blessings.
Peace and blessings.
I was listening to you, and like I said, you really inspire me a whole lot because I used to normally say that I'm not on the straight and narrow road because I feel to myself that on the straight and narrow road, is for narrow minded people, people who cannot think for themselves and who really don't know who they are and whose they are. But when you explained it to me just now, I understand what it meant to be on the straight road. I don't know if you said narrow just now, but on the straight road. And I was wondering, we have so many churches, right? We have must be million. I would say millions of churches because we have a whole lot of church, but yet Satan rule. But yet, you know, I don't really like to use the word Christian, but let me use it. But yet Christians cannot think for themselves. Yet they allow Satan to dominate, like he has the better saying, he's in charge, and we praying to God every day, and yet this God that not we, but yet this God that we so speak about, it seems like he's not doing anything, you know. Because one said to me, "Oh, you got to go through." I don't know go through where, to be honest. I don't like hear this. You got to go through, because I always say to people, "Go through what?" I'm going through the bedroom door, the front door, the MC door, the bank door. I know what side of the door, so they get mad at me. Oh, in order to get higher, you have to be prosecuted. But the Bible said, as a man thinketh, so is he. And if I think pure thoughts, or I think uplifting things, and I think whatsoever things are lovely, then these are the things that will befall or beseech me. Isn't that so? So why is it I want to know that the wrath of God and the wrath is going to come upon you? Oh God, why is it? He said it. He said, if I keep my mind stayed in him, then all things shall work out for my best and my highest good. He said, look not to the east nor to the west. So if I look unto God, then everything is going to work for me. So why is it Christians just can't get it? Why you gotta live a life that Satan gotta rule you from the time you open your eyes to when you lay your head to rest? And then you say, okay, I must come to church. I must serve God. So what is God doing? So that is what, bothers me, and I will forever, like I must say, not cling to you, but listen to you, because there is food for thought.
Yeah, Sandy. I'm letting go of the the Christian narrative. They get to have their Satans and devils and demons on mine. I'm gonna let them deal with that on their own. I understand Satan is just your negative thinking. It's the thought that opposes the truth. That's all it is. That which operates in fear and doubt and limitation, as I said. So yes, the reason why Satan rules the church, because it operates in fear, but they get to have that, and that's not, that's just the doctrine of that belief system, but that's the doctrine of most religions. It comes from a fear-based mentality. And I'm just not here to talk about their road. Let them have their path. When they're ready to awaken, they'll find platforms like this, right? It won't necessarily be my platform, but it will be a platform similar to this when they're ready to, find other like-minded people that are on this same journey, that has discovered that the God that they were looking for is the God in the mirror.
I hope they get ready. I hope they ever
They
get
will.
ready.
They will.
Because
Everyone has their own path.
you listen to some Christians, they on these prayer lines, and they're saying they wake up, you're in the presence of God, you're singing your prayer. Oh, there is nothing good I have done. Come on, there is nothing good I have done to deserve your glory. So why there is nothing good? Why there is nothing good that not I, because I know I've done a whole lot of good, they have done to receive the glory of God. So see, these things just, caused me to wonder and ponder, where are some people really, really going? So that's my little take.
Yeah. I would just say, just focus more on your path and let others have their path. Let there be their journey, because we're not here to save anyone, convince anyone, convert anyone. We're here to just be the light, and those that are drawn to the light will be drawn to the light. Those who resonate with the light, they will resonate with the light, and those who don't, who won't, they won't, and that's okay. And just, just remove ourselves from the judgment of someone else's path and let them have their path. Because like I said, in some form or fashion, we all walked in darkness. We all did. And so who am I to condemn darkness when I once was there? I once didn't know who I was. I once didn't know my truth. At one time, I lived that reality. So who am I to say or talk about what they're doing or not doing? None of my business. I'm choosing to walk away from that mindset. I'm shifting perspectives. I'm not giving my energy to that any longer. Hello, Dorie. How are you?
Good day, Toya. I'm gonna say what I gotta say and get off because I know you don't like the speaker. But I wanted to tell you I love you so much, and that you really make me laugh because you have a song for every script.
I do.
Every time, and every time I was like, she must know all the songs every time. And then you sing, and I was like, you know all the scripts, all the songs. I was like, oh, I wish she could sing. And so I wanted to tell you, you make me laugh. You really, I mean, just listening to you, and then you just bust out with a song, and it really just brings joy to me. So I love you, and keep doing what you're doing,
Oh,
and thank
thank
you for
you.
all you do.
Oh,
Well,
thank
you are hilarious. Okay, I yield.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you got to have fun with life, because if you allow yourself to get caught up in someone else's reality, then you become the background noise to someone else's reality, which you're the main character. Main character energy. Like why play the supporting cast in your own reality, in your own story, right? So so we just just choose not to get caught up in someone else's story and someone else's narrative. So who's the someone else's narrative? Anytime you watch the news, anytime you found a co-creation at its best and you allow them to take the lead role, which says, oh, they're low vibrational. Oh, they're low energy. Oh, it has nothing to do with them. Your life has absolutely nothing to do with another person, ever, because there is no other person. There's only you. And they're only there to confirm you. They're only there to do and behave in the way you wrote the script. At all times, you're writing the script. At all times, you are writing the story with your words. And they're just playing the role that you wrote for them. Now, you don't get to cast the role, right? You get to write it, but you don't get to cast it. So you don't get to say who's going to come in and be the dishonest person in your reality. You don't get to say who's going to be the scammer, the liar, the thief. You don't get to say that. So how about you don't even write that into your story? Don't write into your story that someone can scam you, that someone can be dishonest with you, that someone can take advantage of you, that someone is out to do harm to you. Like I said, like the Florence Scovel Shinn has a wonderful affirmation, something to always affirm, right? Every man is a link in the chain of my good. Everyone that comes into my experience is there to benefit me, to help me get to my destination, to my expected outcome. That's what they're there for.
Speak your speech, Toya.
And Beck, are you ready? Are you available? That's okay. I get to live in my own reality. That's okay. I don't have to share anyone else's perspective. That's the beauty of this life. We get to think our own thoughts. And our thoughts don't have to be like anyone else's. We don't have to conform to anyone else's reality. We really do get to create our own. And one day you'll realize that is your thoughts is bringing forth your experiences. And until then, you'll be in subjection to other people's thoughts and beliefs. And that's okay, because that's just part of the experience. That's part of the journey. I think Beck isn't available yet. Hello, pretty Eslene. Hello, Siobhan. How are you? Pretty Eslene, are you there? You can unmute. And so Lataire says, do you see it as Earth is a training ground for the Elohim to master our emotions? I know some people
That's
see it as go ahead. Go ahead, Bob.
I was just saying. I definitely think that.
Oh, okay. Okay. I was going to say a lot of people see it as a training ground. For me, not training or remembering. And I guess that could be potato, right? You could say, well, remembering can be depending on how you want to define remembering, because I see that God doesn't. So I come from the perspective, if we're God, right? If we're saying we're God, we're the source of all things, having this human experience. What does God have to learn? Does God have to learn anything? No, God is here to experience itself. That's it.
I
God
mean,
is experiencing itself.
But there's no experience that would be foreign to God either, though, right?
No experience that would be. It's about expansion, right? It's about expansion because God takes on form to experience matter, right? The spirit, although it may know ice cream, it only really knows because it tastes it, right? You can say you know something, but if you don't personally experience it, do you really know it? Like, you can know of it, right? You can know of ice cream, but to really understand what ice cream is, you have to experience it. But it depends on how you want to perceive it. I'm not saying that, anyone, everybody's right to their own, have their own perspective on how they're perceiving this reality. But I don't see it as a training ground. I don't see it as something I have to learn. I see it as something that I'm remembering who I am. And then through the course of that remembrance, I'm choosing experiences based on that remembering. Because when I forgot, I also chose different experiences, right? When I forgot who I was, I based my choices from that perspective. Now that I remember who I am, I'm now going to make choices based on that perspective. Is either right or wrong? Nope. It's just an experience. It's like when you play, this is a movie and you're playing a character in the movie. When the person is playing the character as the thief, is it wrong for that person to play the character as a thief? No. It's just a part they're playing in a movie. Isn't right or wrong. It's for the whoever created the story. To bring that story to life, someone has to play that character. And to bring this story to life, someone has to play characters. Go ahead, Enoch.
that's honest. I was just gonna say that's honestly what people are looking at on a consistent basis, but without you being aware of the fact of that everything is scripted, that this is a movie, you'll be believing it and living in someone else's world, not realizing that it's your reality. Because to me, in my understanding, the people who are controlling right now, as far as politics and I guess how people are conducting themselves, I believe that they know these sciences. They know that the people, as an expansion, are God and are completely unaware of this fact. So they write the script for them, and they have their actors doing whatever they do, and they're playing out these plays without people realizing that they're the ones that are the audience to it, allowing this to happen and not, inflicting their own script into their life. They're just following a certain pattern that someone else has given for them. So they can't fathom being God because they're not at that point. Someone else is being God for them because they really just have someone else's story. At the end of the day, when you look into, and this is why I believe that words are so powerful. Once you start looking into the words, and especially with an etymological dictionary, you'll start to see that these titles are just universal. They keep getting used over and over and over again. And they're based in, and I know a lot of religious people think that I'm super religious, but me using the word Yahweh or Yude Wafe, whatever the case is, it's really based on a science. It really has nothing to do with an actual name. Uh, it's when you look into, like, I want to say almost like the occult, you'll see that most of it deals with fire, earth, air, and water. Meaning, if you say something, that's your air. The fire usually comes from some sort of lamp or some sort of illumination, but that's what it really stands for, is knowledge. The earth is like the material that you actually create, but that would be like a flower or something like that. And then you have water, which is, pretty much the basis, or the form which is allowed everything else to be able to kind of come together, so to speak. So people who practice these things, they're using incantations or manifestations, or however you want to say it, but it's words at the end of the day. Once you understand that the power of your words is what is creating these situations that you're in, like, just perspective is everything. Two people can look at the same market and we'll see completely different things going which direction that it's going. It's only two ways that it could be going, either up or down. But if you talk to 100 different traders, they're all going to tell you a different reality as to what they see that's going on in the markets. So this is life, and we just have to understand that we have that power, but it's based on your ability to be able to understand. And if you don't have enough knowledge because you're not researching, or you're just accepting something that someone else says and you're not applying it to your own God, then you won't get it. Like, if you just look at the word self, right? Self in English is, we know how to spell it, but in the middle of self is just EL. Now in Hebrew, EL is God. So that lets you know that the outside of it, the S and the F, is just for superficial stuff. But the inside is where the knowledge is. It's really about you. If thine eye be single, meditate therein day and night. Study to show thyself approved, the righteous man that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. It's up to you. It's never been about, like, if you go throughout the scriptures, you'll clearly see, if you take the fear of religion out of yourself, you'll be able to see that it's all about your mind, and how, like, even down to the rituals where they're talking about sacrificing certain animals. Those are the animals that's within you, that scavenger that's within you, that you should not touch. You should leave that alone. Not casting your pearls to swine. That's the other people who, like the woman was saying earlier, she don't understand why these people don't get it. They're not supposed to get it. It's
Right.
not for you to give it to them. But I'll land my plane right there.
Love it, love it. As you were talking about the L, I just started thinking like Emmanuel, Uriel, Gabriel, Israel, right? Every time you see any word in the script that has the L at the end, it's talking about the God that you are, right? Like, people thought Israel was about a person serving God, when it was actually about the being that knows it is God, right? And so it's just like, man, when you go into, and here's the thing, I don't necessarily study the script. I reference it. I listen to, like you say, I listen to Reverend Ike. I've listened to Bill Donahue. I've listened to, Red Neville Goddard, Dr. Joseph Murphy. And like I said, because I used to be a Sunday school teacher, I do remember a lot of the stories. Do I remember every last one? No. When you're in church, they ain't walking you through that Bible. They walking you to certain stories, right? So I just reference the certain stories that are already present within me, knowing that the Bible is me. So is it necessary that I understand every single story? No, because I know every single story is about me. I know every time I read any story in the script, it is talking about the I am that I am. And so that's all I need to know. And so that's why when I talk about script, I'm only going to reference the good stuff. Like, yes, I'm only going to talk about success. I'm only going to talk about power. I'm only going to talk about love. I'm only going to talk about peace. I'm only going to talk about joy. I'm not talking about that other stuff. The other stuff is unnecessary because the other stuff is just about the dual mindset. So why would I even lean into that? Like, yes, I'll point to it to bring awareness to what the script is saying. But, if you want to, if the script is telling you as you think, so you are, then why would I think anything less of who I am? Why would I see myself as imperfect when the Bible is telling me I'm perfect? Why would I see myself as unholy when the script is saying that I'm holy? Why would I see myself as a sinner when the script is telling me that I have been free from the law of sin and death? I'm free from that when I awakened in Christ consciousness, right? So I have the ability to always hit the bullseye. At every rep, I have the ability to always hit the bullseye. Yes, good vibes only. Good vibes only. Because if we could just go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say that it's not only that books, it's all of them.
Yes.
Literally, uh, if people wake up, or when people wake up, you'll see TV in a completely different light.
Yep.
You'll understand that the people who are creating these stories on TVs, they're actually just telling your story. Like they're telling it in different versions, different ways. They're using different characters, but it's always about the self. The science itself is so amazing and so vast that you really don't get out of it once you get into it, because you start realizing it's everything and it's all around you all on a consistent basis. Like gematria. Gematria is beautiful because it elaborates on what that mind actually creates. And it's the fact that it actually has a calculation to it. Because some people may think that things are random, and that's the beauty in knowing the phi ratio, or knowing what pi is dealing with. But all of these stories, the King Arthur story, the author, the one, or Thor with the hammer in his hand, like these are all stories still about you. They're not outside of you. The Greek gods, the Egyptian gods, the how do you want to say, the occult, so to speak. All of this stuff deals with you, but it's scary for people to step outside of that, because I mean the box is real. Like what you said earlier, I put it on Facebook. There's a scripture that says, "Be ye also perfect as your Father in heaven is perfect." Oh, you can't be perfect. Da, da, da. Like all of my Christian friends wanted to put me on a stake. And I'm like, nah, this is why I get it. Why a lot of what they call Masons keep things in secret, is because you can't really talk about certain things. Like certain things that people see as the negative aren't really negative. The Bible even says, I create good and I create evil. So you got God literally telling you he create, even though people run around with this Satan identity and this Lucifer, but the son of the morning at the end was Jesus.
Yes,
You
the
know what I
bright
mean?
morning star. Yes.
When you really read it and understand it, you'll know that it's 100% about your power. How are you manifesting self? Haven't I said that ye are gods and children of the Most High? What are you putting out here? Sing unto Yahweh. People would think that singing unto Yahweh talking about singing to an invisible God. No, it's talking about your character. How are you actually putting yourself out to other people? Are people seeing you as a harmonious song, or are they seeing you as something that they don't want to listen to? That's what it kind of all breaks down to, is you have to see how this correlates to self. Otherwise, it's a fictional story. No, if you can't prove to me that any of these people existed, I've done it. Someone has cracked my reality before. At one point in time, I was a straight Hebrew Israelite. Once that got cracked with the code of, oh, well, where do these people exist? Well, how come this exact same story over here in Egypt? That was a couple of thousand years earlier. then you have to correlate it like, hold on, am I believing a lie? Well, yeah, you probably are. So you probably need to do a little bit more research to find out what the truth is. And the truth is the knowledge itself. And the craziest part is I used to be with a woman who was a part of the 5% nation, and they talk about a lot about knowledge itself, which I agree with a lot, but it was difficult because I was in my religious state of mind that was like, I can't really grasp this concept. I don't want to let go of the invisible God, but eventually you have to. You have to realize you talking to yourself. There's no one out there that's going to save you. There's no rapture. In fact, the rapture is actually that's from a movie that we watched back in the 90s. So I don't even know why Christians keep bringing that up. Like that's really in the book. But the the fact that I know the book gives me the power to be able to break the reality that a lot of people have in this belief system. Like this is the last thing I'll say because I'm long-winded.
That's okay.
But I was
Good. We loving it.
studying Jesus and the two thieves, right? Now, when you study thieves, the word for thieves is actually less thieves, right? So the Egyptians and the Greeks were similar to each other. So I said, no, they have to have something similar based on the fact of where they get their information from. So when you look into the Egyptians, they have the Ankh, and that basically represents the womb. So if the Ankh represents the womb, and we know that the Greeks are more phallic symbol type people, this would have had to be dealing more with the phallus. So when you look at the Van Deferis of a male, it looks exactly like a cross with the two thieves on the side. Like I said, the word is less thieves. The only thing you have to do is put a cross on the L and you got the word testes. So they're telling you about when people talk about the 33 vertebrae and the Christ consciousness and how if you're a man, you can actually hold on to your sexual desires. You could use that as a creative force to be able to do things within your reality. But it takes a certain amount of time to be able to raise up enough of that within yourself. And that's talking about the seminal fluid that's supposedly drips down into your pineal gland, and this is what enlightens it or gives it what it needs in order to be enlightened, so that you can become or see God, as they say in the Jacob's ladder, because Jacob saw God or saw the angels descending and ascending on the ladder, which is it's all Masonic. Like even Jesus in himself, he was a Mason, being by the fact that he, after he came back after the 18 years of disappearance, he came back and they started calling him rabbi or master. It just simply stood for the fact that he had reached the 33 degrees of mastery. That's why he was back at the age of 33, or he was a carpenter. A carpenter is simply a mason. That's just a symbolic symbol. He never built anything. They didn't say he went to work. So they have to really look into the words and get it. The widow's son raised. What's a widow's son? A widow is someone who doesn't have a father with a son. So what is that?
Someone who doesn't have a husband.
Well, excuse me. Someone that doesn't have a husband. I'm just kind of ramping too fast.
That's okay. That's okay.
The bottom line is there is no father there, which is the same story as the story of Joseph. Joseph supposedly was not there when the Christ child was put into the womb of the mother.
Right. Right.
So that's talking about the fact that actually there will be no one present when you are impregnated in your mind with the Christ consciousness.
Yeah. But that's every time you have a desire. You don't need any man to bring it forth, to bring forth the birth. You don't need anyone. It's all within you. Before I go to Beck, hey, Latoxic, she's my mod. I just want you to know that I'm shifting gears here on the live. We will no longer be deconstructing from Christianity. Not doing that no more.
Okay. I love it. I felt the shift yesterday.
Did you?
Glad to hear. Happy for it. It just
Either
brings a
you
lot of
rock with it or you don't, and I'm gonna keep it moving.
period. Period. We're gonna keep the focus on what we want to keep the focus on. Amen.
Exactly,
Love it.
exactly. Yes, yes. Hello, Beck.
Hey everybody. Yeah, but I was listening, and sorry,
It's okay.
turtles in a half shell. And I was taking care of the kids, getting them some lunch.
Oh, okay, no problem.
But I was listening to Enoch. Was that who was talking?
Yes, yes.
Okay. And I think what I've learned is that every time there's God talking, or an angel talking, or the serpent, or Christ in the wilderness being tempted, all of these external spiritual entities in the literature are you battling with yourself, or you talking to yourself. So it's like a literary device they were using to describe the internal struggle with the consciousness.
Yes. Oh, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. I'm just loving this live. Just loving it, loving it. Hello, hello, Black Sun, Allah. How are you?
Peace, peace. I'm peaceful.
Peace. Yes, beautiful.
I just wanted to come on here and say, because I had to jump off another live, and I just wanted to let y'all know that it's a cheat code to this knowledge. It's called the Nation of Gods of Earth. They like Enoch said, they tap into all type of theology and self-awareness. So if any of y'all are curious out there, if any of y'all are getting bewildered when people say they gods and how they pertain to live as gods, just go do some research on the Nation of Gods and Earths. Get your Bible, get your Quran, and just do a little study. So that way we ain't got to be bashing people about the knowledge that they pertain, because we're all on the same path. We're all trying to
Yes.
reach the same destination. We ain't got to be talking crazy to each other. That's why I like Pro. Every time you come to Pro Live, it's some knowledge being given. Ain't nobody on here yelling or cursing at each other. You got to come in here and speak soft. You guys too. You ain't got to yell at nobody. So please, if y'all got any information, if y'all looking up these cheat codes, where a lot of people are finding these cheat codes at, it's in the Nation of God's Earth. That's the cheat code. So you ain't got to go the whole long route. You can just go do research on the nations of God's and Earths. Thank you. I appreciate y'all time.
Oh, thank you, thank you. I just want you to know, Black Sun, Allah, you are the cheat code. You are the cheat code. The cheat code is already in you.
True that.
Facts, facts. You just got to decide who you say that I am, because I am whatever I say I am, because I am that I am. I am all things made manifest. All things. Not some things, not most things, not many things, but all things. That's it. We have to stop looking out there and train ourselves, remind ourselves, remember, put ourselves back together again, right? Humpty Dumpty fell off the wall. Well, Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horsemen, all the king's men couldn't put Humpty back together again. That's a lie. You can be put back together again. It's about remembering, putting yourself back together again, because you were never broken. That's the paradox, right? You were never broken. You were just told that you were. There was never ever anything ever wrong with you. And the moment you decide that is nothing wrong with you, there will be nothing wrong with you. Right? Only you can put yourself, right? Nothing on the outside. That's why the king's horsemen and king's men couldn't put Humpty back together again, because it was never an external thing. It was always internal. The putting together is just the remembering of who I am. That's all it is. Just remember who you are. Who do you say that I am? Right? That's what the Christ asked the disciples, the 12 disciplines of mind. Some people would say the 12 astrological signs. I like to see the Bible from the psychological perspective. So I'm going to say the 12 disciplines of mind, the 12 characteristics of the one, right? The faith, the love, right? The joy, well, the faith, the love, the truth, righteous truth, right? The Christ always walked with these three. Not that the 12 wasn't always present, but when he went to bring about a healing, who did he always have? Peter, John, and James. Faith, love, and right thinking, righteousness. You got to always have that ever present within you. But we know that faith is the brother of courage, right? So Andrew was, even though he doesn't mention Andrew, of course, Andrew is always there because it takes courage to think the right thing and not to be a conformist. It takes courage to stand out from the crowd, to not be swallowed up by society, because society wants you to be a conformist, right? But it's safe to be a conformist when you don't know who you are. But when you know who you are, it's impossible to conform because then you're going against self. And when you have knowledge of self, you can no longer just go along to get along. Hello, hello, state to myself. How are you? Hey, hey, hey,
Hey, good morning,
Sunflower. Hey,
guys.
Jade. Hello, hello, everyone. How are you? How everyone in the chat? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Go ahead, state to myself.
You can hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, cool. Okay, good morning, guys. Hope you guys have great days today. You know, it's gonna be a great day today for all of us. But I'm just seeing and watching my growth as a person. Well, a God, you know, that's what I call myself, a God. But I'm just
Yes.
like, I withhold all my I realized what I was doing. I caught myself. I was withholding so much like good stuff, good information. But like, cause I only used to only come over here for like my SPs or like questions and stuff. But it feels good to like share my good news with you guys. And yeah, so I just been networking for my brands and my businesses. Cause I remember like a few days ago I was like looking at time, telling myself, oh, I don't think I'm gonna have enough time to get everything done. I got everything done. I got everything done. So it's like it's not. I was like, no, it's already done because I didn't get that concept. But when they say it's done, it really is done. And I used to be like, man, I used to hate where I used to be like in an environment, but now I just changed my focus to saying I know I'm living in a thriving, healthy environment all the time. Because when you keep telling yourself that and you focus on the awareness of that, I promise you, because when I was doing my affirmations, I did it this morning, right?
Mm-hmm.
um my mind just switched to like something really, really good. And I was just like, why do I feel so much peace? Why do I feel so good in my life? Why do I feel so, and that's crazy because like look at the conversations I'm having now. I'm
Mm-hmm.
asking myself, even though I say it as a question, it's still the universe does not know if it's a question or not. They gonna keep giving you why do you feel so good? Stuff that makes you feel great, stuff that makes you feel, good about yourself. So it's like, yeah, it's just basically shifting your focus. I literally just did that just now, but over time, how I feel like I used to be, I feel like I grew so much. And people who do get upset and mad about your teachings just don't want to, they want to feel like what they're doing is wrong, but nobody said it was doing wrong. At the end of the day, your teachings is basically what do you want and how to get it. But don't worry about how it comes. And that's basically just it. It's just what do you want and then what how you should do it. It's just your focus and awareness. And then keep persisting in that. It's kind of easy. It really is easy, man. Like I have three businesses, so easy. It's going by so easy. I tell myself, how did I get all this funding? Oh, wait, because I'm a god, because I'm a billionaire. My awareness is only on being wealthy and frequently happy all the time and secure and fun all the time. And it just keeps coming. I see it in my 3D, so I'm actually really, really happy. And then about my mother's health, um, I did do some affirmations, but I figured out where my mind is. I feel like just not even thinking about it or not even giving awareness to it, like she is healthy. If I know she's healthy, I don't even have to put she's healthy. I already know she's healthy, so why should I even focus on it? That's her journey. Even though I'm, her daughter, that's her journey. That's something she has to go through. but I already know she's healthy. So why do I have to
Yes.
affirm if I already know she's healthy?
Yes.
This is only for me. This I ain't gonna try to be mean, but I'm focused on this. You know what I got my businesses because I want my brand to be up there with Fenty. Well, it is
Yes.
already up there with Fenty and other I think Selena Gomez has the products because I was looking at I don't know if you know who Hailey Bieber is, Justin Bieber's wife. She had a similar name
Mm-hmm.
to another makeup or whatever it was. And I was like, how did she do that? That was the same name as the other one. So I was like, because my name of my brand was similar to other ones. I
Mm-hmm.
was like, Forget it. I'm gonna just do the name." It was
Yeah.
similar, but it wasn't the same. It was like one was a little same, one was different. So I was like, okay, let me just mix it together. But it's different, it's a different name, but it had a similarity. So I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna just do it. If she can do it, I can do it. If she can do it, I can do it. So I was like, there's nothing outside of me that's different from the other person because we're all one. So I just know I can do my name. I know I have the trademark done, the copywritten done, the patent done, all the intellectual property that I need. I just said it's already done, and I didn't even got to think about it twice. I decided it was done.
Oh, say
So
that. I decided it was done.
yeah, cause like I was like, cause like before I saw my growth, before I was like, what? I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can do this design. I don't know if this is gonna work. I don't know if this product is. I was like, hold your horses. I can do everything I want to do. It's already done. Just go for it. And then I
Just
did it. I just
yes.
decided. So
Man, that's it. Just decide.
yeah, so I know for a fact my brand is gonna be well, not gonna be. It's up there with Fenty and Louis Vuitton and all them other big names. Because the thing is, what I really want to do in my brand is nothing. I just want to collect my funds. I've been through a lot, Miss Toya. I'm going to be in my house. Because I always wanted a house like off of Billy Madison, what a funny maid. I always wanted that. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I put that in my story.
Yes, I love
I put
it.
that in my story. But I'm a travel. I gotta go to Chicago too. Don't think I forgot about you. I
I'm
gotta go to
ready. I'm ready
Chicago.
whenever you are.
I gotta go to Chicago. I gotta do man. I gotta because I've never been outside of three states, was California, Arizona, and Nevada. So
Okay.
yeah, I've only been on the West. I'm a West Coaster.
Okay. Okay.
A lot of people give us flack because we don't have seasons or nothing. But the East Coast people like, oh, we got seasons. We got seasons. We got LA. We ain't tripping off that. We
Right,
got the
right.
rest of the oceans, and we ain't tripping off of none of these talking about. So yeah, I want to go to the South. I've never been to the South before. I want to go to New Orleans. So that's on my bucket list. But yeah, I always wanted to be that business owner. I literally did everything. So when I delegate means when your team does most of the work, like the physical labor. Yeah, I put that in my story too. Because if they could do it, if Louis Vuitton could do it, why can't I do it?
That
If I
part.
see other business owners, what makes him differently than me? He
Nothing.
chose to be the businessman that he wanted to be, or anybody else with a business that's like high rising. They chose and they made a decision. They stood on it. So all I got to do is what I did already. I chose it. I made a decision, and I'm stand on it. I know I'm a millionaire business owner. I know I am. So therefore, I ain't got to do nothing. I don't want to do anything, Get a list of jobs. I done worked my life.
I heard that. I heard that.
and just
That's
pop
awesome.
and just pop out and from here to here, but enjoy
Yeah.
the fruits of my labor,
I know,
Get
right?
clean, sit back and relax. I
Yeah,
ain't trying to
I
pay
like
no
how because
rent.
you remind me of this story by Neville Goddard. It was this guy that I want to say was he a I think he said he was a black man, and I think it was a guy that I can't remember his name, but it took him 3 years because he thought that because he identified, of course, back then, you know, those who had melanated, deeper melanated skin were called
Yeah,
Negroes, right? And so his thing was he said it took him 3 years to release that identity of being identified as a Negro as that being a stumbling block for his success, right? And
yeah,
so when he was finally able to overcome that mindset, he was able to build himself a wonderful business, and he started with nothing. And he said what he would do is he would rarely go into work, and he would just meditate on the day of hearing his secretary or his managers report to him the lovely good reports, right? And that's all he would do every day, every morning. He would spend time in his mind hearing the good report. just hearing the good, that everything is running smoothly, his business is profiting, and he's just hearing the good report. And
Yeah,
that's what
because I
you're
was thinking,
saying. You're only hearing the good report, and everything is running smoothly, and I don't have to do anything to make it so because it's already so.
yeah, because that's what I put in my affirmations. Like even when I celebrate, it's done. Even when because I love to dance all the time. I'm like even when I dance, all my 3D like all my manifestations, they're already in the 3D, and I really don't have to do nothing. Like I love celebrating and having a good time. So I feel like that's the highest frequency that I have. And I'm like, yeah, whenever, even when I celebrate, it comes in the 3D so instantly. That's what I tell myself. Because dancing is a way of fun. Like I seen it in a movie
Yes,
where
yeah, that's what I started doing in my videos. Like I'm like, I like to dance, I like music. I'm always singing on my video. I'm like, I'm gonna do my get ready with me, and I'm just going to just play a song, and I'm just gonna dance to it, and I'm just gonna tell you what I'm wearing. Cause I like, I'm like, I need to do
you
more of
be
what
having
I
some nice
like.
outfits too. I ain't
Oh,
gonna
thank you.
cap.
Thank you, my little
Your
casual
hair be nice
outfits.
too. Your
Thank
hairs
you.
be nice too, and you be having a nice song, a nice outfit, and you be smiling. I said, "Oh snap! My goal is Miss Toya." Cause
Yeah, you just gotta have fun, like make this app fun, and that's the way to get out of your head without trying to think about, oh, who's watching or how many numbers or how many people. I'm like getting out of my head about that, right? Because when you're on these
yeah,
social media platforms and you're deciding to put yourself out there, the tendency is want to look at the numbers, right? The tendency is
yeah.
to want to see, well, how many likes did you get, how many views did you
I'm
get,
looking at sales.
it puts you in your own head, and you just got to get out of your head and then just do what you like. And those who resonate will find you. And if you end up just only being 200 people that like it, so what? It end up only be, 200 people
Exactly.
that watch it. Then what? Just end up being 200 people that watch it. Who cares? Just do what you like to do and just have fun with it, and let everything else take care of itself. So
Oh,
that's
did I
the
tell
that's
you
the
that?
story I've been writing for myself. Like you said, the story you've been writing, I've been writing a story. I'm just gonna do what I like to do, and I have always been a person that didn't. I could dance anywhere. So like, give you an example. Yesterday we went to my daughter's homecoming game, and so
Yeah,
the they play music in between, different times, and they play a lot of hip hop music or R&B music. And so I'm like, oh man, I need to stretch my legs. And so they just start playing some really, really good music. And I'm like, how could I not stand up and dance to this music? And I'm the only one in the stand dancing. Everybody else is just sitting there watching it, but they're only playing the music during like timeouts, right?
yeah,
So I like stood, like they like did a mix, and they probably played 30 to 40 seconds of each song. And I probably danced to like all 3 or 4 songs. And I'm like, there's no way I can hear this music and not dance to it.
yeah,
And I didn't think about like who's watching me or who's not watching. Like I like to dance, and for any moment, anytime, any space, I have an opportunity to do it, I'm gonna do it. But I've
yeah,
always been that way though. I could go to a party and nobody will be on the dance floor, and I'll get on the dance floor.
yeah.
If
That's
I
that
like a
fast.
song, I don't care if other people are dancing to it. But I've always been that way. Always, since I was, a teenager. I've always been a person that, and I was not a partier, but if I'm at a party and they're playing music that I like, I'm going to get up and dance. I don't care who's on the floor.
Man, that's called sad energy right there. That's me too. Like I don't really care. Like people like, oh, all she do is dance all day. I'm like, yeah, I know. Go tell a friend, bro. I really I really don't care because like the people that I know, like the most successful people know how to dance. Like they know how to turn, like they alchemize, like I feel like I alchemize energy with like my talent. So like I'm a really good dancer. So I was like, I don't really care long it gives me good vibes. It makes me feel free. It makes me feel like nothing else exists but like having a good time. So that's like why not dance, you know? It makes you feel
Hmm.
good about yourself.
Yeah.
And I want to tell you, like, for my brand, I want to do like launch parties. Do you know what a launch party is? Like, it's like
Hmm.
where you. So I want to do that. I want to do like, but I want to like do it all over the U.S. states or everywhere. I want to like invite y'all if y'all ever want to come. That'd be
Oh,
fun.
definitely. Definitely.
Hell
We definitely come
yeah.
celebrate you. Definitely. Definitely. I'll be there. Just let me know date, time. I'll be there. Get my get my
Like I do it
get
in
my hotel,
Chi-Town.
get my Airbnb, whatever I need to get. I'll be there. I was like, I remember when. I would be in it. I remember when, girl, you was on my panel, and that's all you talked about was your businesses and how they were booming and profiting, and you just doing nothing, and everything just it's like a well-oiled machine. And you didn't need to put your
Man.
hands on nothing. You just needed to speak it, and it was so. That's beautiful.
And then my SPs, talking about one. I put 50 on.
You funny. You're funny. But
Yeah,
we're
man.
gonna
All
hold on, say to myself, we're gonna go to your mom.
right.
Bring
Okay.
your mommy. Hello, your mom. How are you?
Hi, how you doing? I gotta tell you guys something good. This is crazy. I hated
Oh,
that when I first met you in January. I hated that when I started, I had all these negative things was happening and all this stuff, and I had to come to you like this. But I feel like I've been going through this in real time. Everything that you've been teaching me, like with the panel, I've been going through it in real time and showing them that this is real because, like last month, I was telling you I was facing eviction, right? And you guys was telling me just don't accept it. You're not. Oh my God, this is crazy. It's crazy, y'all. I gotta tell y'all, it's just weird. Y'all told me don't accept. I did do that. I've been doing the things you're saying, but sometimes I do get back into that fear because I'm human, whatever. I've been going through this, but I didn't accept it. He kept coming to me trying to, scare me. So, well, if you try to move somewhere else, you're not gonna get nowhere. If you don't get this money by this time, we're gonna kick you out. This is what this man kept saying to me, the property manager. So I went to the court thing, got a court date. Do you know this guy? This is crazy. I got my rent money. I gave it to him, but he accepted it. He was telling me all this stuff. But you just accepted it, even though I'm supposed to be going to court. I'm not going to court now. It's like I told myself I'm not moving. I don't want to move. I'm not accepting that. I'm not. Even then, I didn't have the money. I didn't have nothing. I didn't even have none of it. And guess what? I'm not going anywhere. I don't believe. You know what? Now after that one, because I've been going through this so much since January, like, and nothing. I'm not able to disprove it. It's like nothing goes wrong for me. Even if I was fearing it a little bit because I was aware because you had helped me with the awareness part. That's what I feel like helped me. Nothing has went wrong for me yet. Like it don't matter if I have the money. I don't have the money. I work over. All I have to do is accept it. I'm telling you. I don't know how this is working. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure, but all I know is I don't fear anything. Why would I fear?
why would you fear?
Like my bills are being paid, and I don't even know how they get. A lot of times, I don't even know how they getting paid. They getting paid though. So
This
I
is
don't.
awesome.
Yes, I just need to tell you that is everything that you said. Now you gave me so my confidence level is so high now. I don't even speak negative no more. Like because after I know you see me as a totally different person now. This confidence I have now is only because of I've been going through the experiences and I've been seeing results.
Yes.
Like amazing results that are like kind of like supernatural. They're like supernatural. They like supernatural. It's unbelievable how this is happening. I don't have no second job. I haven't done nothing different besides change my mind. That's the only thing I did.
That's it. That's the key.
That's the only thing I did. The only thing. And I couldn't believe it. I said that's all I had to do. It was baffling me. That's why I was
How simple
I
it
didn't
was,
believe it.
right?
I didn't
Like,
believe it
it's
because I said this is
almost
the
too
only
simple,
thing.
right?
Yes. So thank you for that. And this just happened with last month. You already know it been happening the whole year. But guess what? Now I'm moving in a different direction. I don't have to go through that fear no more. Now I need some other experiences. Now I feel like life is a game for me now. I want to see what's next so I can get what I want.
Yes, talk
Oh,
this
gamble.
stuff.
I want to get what I want. I can get what I want of it with my mind. This is crazy.
Boom. Whoop, there it is.
Yes.
Whoop, there
Yes,
it
this
is.
is what I wanted to tell you. And I wanted to thank you because now I'm living an amazing life. I could have been before, but I'm living an amazing life. I am living an amazing life. Oh my
This is
God.
awesome.
Thank you.
So happy for you.
Yes, thank you.
That's
Life is just
beautiful.
flowing now. It's more flowing. I don't have to do anything. With my thoughts, I overthink a lot. I don't even overthink no more. I just flow with life, love life, enjoy the experience of it. That's what I do.
Beautiful. That is so amazing.
And I wanted to tell you another thing too. I even got a better job. Now I got a better position at my job where I make more money.
Look at that.
All that stuff just happened. Yeah. So I don't even have to work as much anyway because I'm making more money. Right. See? And that just came out of nowhere. It wasn't like, Yeah, so I don't know.
That's how it happens. This is what we're talking about. This is the good stuff. Can we get to the good part? Hey.
Exactly.
Hey.
I get everything I want.
Love it. Oh, I'm loving it, says McDonald's. Oh, I'm loving it.
Exactly. I'm telling you, this is amazing. And I'm telling people, you don't even have to do anything.
How does Mary J. Blige? Just fine.
Yes,
Ooh,
just
so
fine. All you gotta do is be
Yes.
happy. Honestly, all you gotta do is be happy and have gratitude. Really.
Yes.
Be happy.
Feels so good when you're doing all the things that you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Get the best out of life. Treat yourself to something new.
Yes. Oh my God.
Yes. So
I wish I
I
would have learned
won't
this years
change
ago. I would have been having
my life.
more
My
fun. Like my life,
life
I
is
feel like I don't got enough time to. I feel like I'm 40 something. I'm like, dang, I want more time to be able to do this.
Yes. Yes. Oh, just loving it. Oh
Yes.
my
Thank
goodness. You
you.
can just hear the excitement in your voice. It's just
Yes,
like
Miss
it's
T. Oh my God.
contagious. It's contagious, girl. That
You remember in
excitement.
January I was defeated.
Mm,
I don't know if you
man.
remember how I was talking before.
Yeah,
You was telling
yeah,
like
yeah.
you were
I
telling me
remember.
like it was hard to even break me at that time. You was like, wait, you gotta accept something at first, but now, oh my God, I've never had this kind of confidence in my life. Never. Like I was even thinking, even if you did make me leave, I'm gonna be okay. Either way. It don't matter. I'm still gonna be okay. That's how I'm feeling. I'm always gonna feel like this. So he can't scare, nobody can scare me. I am
Yes.
my like within me, God is within me. They can't scare me. I do the right things, I do what I'm supposed to do. Life is always gonna work out for me. It does. It always has. If I even look back, even when I wasn't aware, just
Mm,
because of who I was. But yeah, it's just happening.
beautiful.
You
Beautiful.
did
Thank
that
you.
yourself. You did that to yourself because you took in what people were saying and applied it to yourself.
Yes.
Like that's
Oh,
all
thank you
you.
guys.
That's all you. You could have
Right.
listened to people say stuff and completely ignored it and
And it
turned
would have
it
been the same life.
down and said that wasn't your story.
Hmm.
But you didn't do that, and now look.
Oh my God. I mean, I'm
This is
going to a
you.
point where I may be becoming rich very soon. I'm serious.
Amen.
Hey,
You are.
we here for that. You are rich,
Thank you.
rich girl.
I'm already rich. I'm already rich. Yes. Thank you.
Cause rich in spirit first, and then
Rich in
rich
spirit.
within, then rich without. That's how it goes.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Can I say something?
Mm.
Sure, sure. Go ahead.
So I just started doing music maybe like a year ago, and I got an unreleased song, and it's called Already Rich.
Woo,
This is
look at
this
that.
is the that's awesome.
Look at
This
that.
is crazy. So I had to say something.
Look at that.
I had to. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm look.
That's a synchronicity right there.
yep.
Yeah,
What? Thank you.
Oh, this is awesome. This is awesome. This is awesome. This is awesome. Oh
yeah.
my
At some point.
goodness. So beautiful. So beautiful. Loving it, loving it, loving it. This is what we talking about. Leveling up. Leveling up. Walking in your purpose. And your purpose is always to be what? To have the abundant life.
Can I ask you a question, Miss Toya?
Sure, go ahead.
Remember how I was saying I was gonna be a billionaire, right? Were you
Hmm.
saying, "Oh, this person's crazy," because like I didn't tell you what I was doing to become to become a billionaire? Were you saying like, "Whoa, what's going on in their head?" Because a lot of people like when I tell them that, they're like, "How do you plan on doing it?" Because I never told you the way I was gonna do it. But like, what was going through your head when I said that? I want to know. Like, were you just like,
In agreement?
"Oh, really? Okay,
Because remember I told you you're concerned about when the billions will come, right? And I was like, well,
yeah."
when you're 40, and you're like, 40? I ain't trying to be 40 years old. I was like, hold on, slow down, good, slow down, girl, slow down. It ain't old, but I feel you. You like, I'm a billionaire now. I said, okay, all right. But I was like, just don't focus on the time. Just focus on that it's already done. The
I
process
know.
it has nothing to do with anything, right? Right, so
Yeah.
yeah, I was never questioning your desire, because why not? Because I say, what's too much money? Is there such thing as too much in the world of
Nope.
infinite abundance?
Nope.
There's no such
Yes,
thing.
there.
I will always say, don't speak against billionaires and trillionaires. Say what now? Because
People
them
look at you
not
like
having
you're
it is not going to
crazy.
all of a sudden make you have it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, billionaire. I don't know if like, cause we put meanings to
There's
it.
no such thing as too much in the world of infinite abundance.
I know that's what I said, Billy. Cause I ain't never gonna work a job ever in my life. I ain't never gonna stress. You see what I'm saying though? I'm never gonna work a job ever again in my life. I'm never gonna stress out about a bill. I'm never gonna do none of that. But I'm gonna do everything. I probably buy 3 cars a day. You feel me? Cause I really want a Corvette. I want a Corvette. I know I have my AMG already, my Mercedes AMG, and then I want to I don't know. What's else on that? What's your dream car, Miss Toya?
Say that again.
What's your dream car?
Oh, I forgot the name of it. It's the electric Rolls Royce. I
I was
saw it at
thinking
a
that
car
too.
show. I saw it at a car show that we went to last year, but I took a picture of it, but I can't remember the name of it. So is it really my dream car, right? Because I can't remember the name of it. But I saw it because I was always thinking I wanted a Rolls Royce, but then I saw the electric car, and it was like smaller. It had a different type of front to it. It was white. It was so beautiful. I was like, oh my goodness. Oh, I was like, ah, oh, that is a beautiful car. It is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful car.
Yeah, because I was thinking, because I wanted a matte. I mean, I already have. See what I did there? Change my words. I already have an AMG matte black Mercedes Benz AMG matte black red interior. I've always had the I have the this full description of what I have already, and then I put it on my vision board, and I kept seeing GLE coupes, and I'm like, yeah, that's my car. That's which I'm
Okay,
just
so my
sorry, I'm
husband
just
said it's
thinking.
called the Ghost.
Oh, the ghost. It's a Phantom or something like that.
No,
A ghost
Phantom is something
Phantom.
else. He said that on the
Oh,
Rolls Royce it was a ghost. Was a ghost. I think the Phantom is that Maybach. Is the
Maybach.
Phantom? But I don't know. I don't get into cars. I don't get into
Host,
cars. It's the Ghost.
host.
Yes, yes.
Do you mind if I play that song for y'all?
Oh no, I don't mind. You can play
What
it.
song is it?
Huh?
Go
What's the name
ahead.
of the song?
The name of the song is Already Rich.
Oh,
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah.
you don't want to hear it. Oops.
Yes, we want to hear that.
Divine intervention music.
Gotta get my head up, cause I know you watching over me. Everything I need, I know it's gonna be there for me. You open blind eyes, and now I see. I'm already rich, heaven is inside of me. Gotta keep my head up, cause I know you watching over me. Everything I need, I know it's gonna be there for me. You open blind eyes, and now I see. I'm already rich, heaven is inside of me. Don't believe the lies, you already perfect in God's eyes. Everything you need is inside. Broke the veil and set by your side. Wipe the tears you have with pride. Heal the pain you held inside. Multiply and no divide. He's the life and you're still alive. Keep us youthful, no shuck and jive. Show me truth so I see the lies. If we let you in, we could be one again. There go his son again. And let me remind you, he won again. Yeah. Gotta keep my head up, cause I know you watching over me. Everything I need, I know it's gonna be there for me. You open blind eyes, now I see. I'm already rich, heaven is inside of me. Your destination is where you resonate free. Your attitude is everything. Here's a proposal, no wedding ring. Keep your faith in his hand, knowing he got the master plan. Created, I'm a made man. He's never a minute late, man. He came down with a walkthrough, he told me they're gonna hate, man. Man ain't even kind, mankind full of hate, man. Always throwing the blame on, not over here, full of faith and not fear. On the road to riches, he the light and I'm a deer. It's a genre comedy. Now I'm conscious, holy fear. He who had ears, let him hear. Kingdom of heaven is here. Mr. Elevator, motivator. Respecting and walking through my haters. The road he's giving me is easy. And he said he'll never leave me. Yeah. Gotta keep my head up, cause I know you watching over me. Everything I need, I know it's gonna be there for me. You open blind eyes, and now I see. I'm already rich, heaven is inside of me. Gotta keep my head up, cause I know you watching over me. Everything I need, I know it's gonna be there for me. You open blind eyes, and now I see. I'm already rich, heaven is inside of me.
Divine intervention music.
This song is
Hey!
amazing. I love that song.
Oh,
Amazing.
I love it, love it, love it. I'm already rich. Heaven is inside of me. Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Yes, yes. I'm already rich. Heaven is
Y'all hear that
inside of me.
alignment?
Woo!
Y'all hear that alignment in there? Yeah,
Yes.
what y'all was just talking about? It's crazy. Yeah. So that's unreleased. I'm gonna be releasing that real soon though.
Yes. Ate with that. Ate it up. That was
I love
amazing.
that.
Blessings, blessings. Thank y'all.
Yes. 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 Beautiful. Yes. Let us know when you release it.
I will. I will.
Yo, that was amazing. Woo! Bab and half. We love that. Woo! That's beautiful. So they hurry up and release it. Say, let it go. Let it come on out. Beautiful. Oh my goodness.
Could I say something real quick?
Sure, go ahead, your
You
mom.
know, the only thing that could be a battle within this new awakening and this new these new changes that I'm making could be a battle with being like, you have small kids, right? And they're going to school and they're saying, oh, you know, they're focused on these tests and they're like, you know, they're so worried about it. And I know within that none of this stuff is like this gonna matter for your life. And I'm having a hard time. I'm just like, I'm gonna have, it's like almost like I'm forced to program my kids the way they have it now. Like they got to go to school. They have to wait, you know, do the 8 hours. They have to do, everything is so structured that it's hard for me. I'm trying to break the programming for them. I don't want them to feel like they have to go through this life and be programmed like I was. I don't want them to do that. That's the thing. That's the hard part.
Yeah,
I would.
yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
We gotta. I would just say we should do our best to add character, and I would say nurture their creativity outside of what they got to do at school. Like add on to it compared to just if you don't break away from it, I would just say do those things.
Okay, because yeah, some of that stuff is hard to break away from because you know they telling you, oh, you're gonna go to jail if you don't see your kids in school. Oh, you got this, you know, it's like the programming is, and then they also have you restricted with the programming with
Don't
certain
they?
things. People don't understand that they kind of have you restricted with the programming.
I think
Well,
they got some homeschooling methods too.
right.
Yeah.
I was about to say, are you in a position where you can homeschool?
Not at this time.
Okay. Here's the thing. You're writing your story with the words that you say.
Okay.
What do you want it to be? Do you want them to have you rewrite the story that they're
Rewrite the
having
story.
fun?
Yeah, I do
Right?
want to be able to homeschool, so
So
yeah.
that is a desire of yours too. So
Yes.
in the meantime, in between time, say that school is fun. Take the seriousness out of it.
Exactly.
Since you know that it ain't that deep,
Mm-hmm.
then don't let it be that deep.
Okay.
They say, do the best y'all can, have fun
That's
with
what I
it.
tell them.
Just ride the wave.
Get
It's
the experiences
cool.
with other people. Yeah.
Right. Go to school. Get out of it what you can get out of it. No stressing.
Yeah, because my son said the other day.
Because the more they stress, then they're gonna make it difficult. But
Yeah.
it don't need to be difficult because they don't need to have any stress. But just allow them to just flow with ease.
Okay.
Right?
You're right.
Every day, today's a great day. Have an amazing time. Let this day be great.
Well, my 14-year-old son, him and his friends that came together said that we're gonna buy these. If we're gonna get our parents to help us buy these things and we're gonna start selling it at school, can I do that, Mom? I'm like, yeah, you can do that. I'm cultivating you. Whatever you want to do in life, you can do it.
Yes.
He wants to have his own business at 14. He said, yeah, I'm gonna create the web page and stuff for it. A web page for it. You need a page for it? I said, wow. Y'all need a page for it? He said, yeah, I'm gonna do the advertising and marketing and stuff like that. And they're gonna help me. I'm gonna sell the stuff. They're gonna sell the stuff and we're gonna just do it together. I'm like 14-year-olds.
Yes.
That's how they thinking. I'm like, okay, do it.
There's no age to
It's not.
genius, to entrepreneurship.
Mm-hmm.
There's no age. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Yes, but don't look at school as a stumbling block.
Okay.
Let's look at it as an experience because that's all it is.
Yeah.
All right?
Okay.
That's cool. That's cool. Have fun with it. Tell them to have fun. Enjoy it. Let them know that the infinite intelligence within them is going to bring all things to their remembrance. So whatever test they're taking, it's already done.
Yep. Okay.
Whatever studying they did, however they prepared, that all will come back to them during the test.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you. It sure will.
Yep. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Talking about you ain't religious, you doing the work of God over here.
You're funny.
Yeah, I feel this. Like I know other people gotta feel this too.
Hey, I just say we're all one another's reflections. And we're just enjoying the reflection. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. These young,
And
they're
then
not playing. These youngsters are not playing. They're ready.
the science behind uh two frequencies having the same two similar frequencies amplifying each other, those that's the energy that's happening.
Oh, love that. Love that. Man, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Hello, Anna. How are you?
Hey y'all, how y'all doing today?
Oh, absolutely wonderful. How are you?
Good. So I kind of been gone for the last couple weeks because of family was here and then weird things started happening, so I had to kind of put you down.
Hey, I'm here for it. Enjoy your life, girl. Enjoy your family.
No, no, I was like, no, because you were saying, I think like 3 weeks ago, or about a month ago, just test it out, you know? So I was like, okay, I'm going to start testing things out. Well, I was telling you about the roof and how I had got that money.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, last week I was filling up gas and I went to go look at my bank account and I see this $13,000 pops into my bank account. So I was like, what the fuck? So I immediately knew who it was. It was the VA. And so I called them and I said, you guys sent me $13,000 and I'm trying to figure out why you're sending it to me. And so basically I put in a claim to figure out what's going on, for overpayment. So she was like, well, it says that you want a tort case, that it was a tort, something you had a tort or a claim a year ago. And when you put in for the paperwork saying that you recently divorced and were removing your spouse, from VA, this triggered the system. So this money came. So I was like, okay, so then I'm start to think, and I was like, no, because it was $13,000, like the $13,000 that I had for the roof.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, this came from multiple sources. That's what's going through my head. Like this, you know what I mean? This roof thing triggered multiple sources. So I was like, no. I was like, no. I was like, I never, you guys never took out money from my retirement check. You guys never took out money from my retirement check. Please take that money back. I got, you know what I mean? Like, I don't fool with Uncle Sugar. That's one thing I'm not going to do. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't do that. So I was like, no, you got to take it back. And she's like, well, we'll put in a claim and then we'll have them call you or text you to further investigate why the money came to you, why it came. So I was like, all right. So then so all night I was like, oh my God, I don't need this. I don't need this. So stop. I'm playing games. I'm playing games. You know what I mean? Like it was weird. It was just a weird, like, okay, I'm playing games because it's weird that it was that $13,000, So, then they sent me an email. They said, contact debt, relief or debt, the debt department of the VA. So I contacted them the next day. He was start telling him, like, hey, I didn't need this money. You guys sent it. You guys made the mistake. I don't want you fooling with my check.
Right.
So then he was like, well, you can look at it this way. You can look at it as an interest-free loan from the government. If you just want to keep it, if you need it for something, you could just keep it and we can start taking $300 out of your check in February, and then up, for 3 years, and then it'll be paid off, but it'll be interest free. So at that moment, I was like, yeah, I could put it in a CD, I guess, and roll it over to a CD and then start collecting interest on it. You know what I mean? But then I was like, you know what? No, just take it. I don't want it. Take it. So it was just a weird, it was a weird situation. But what I'm telling you is, I know that I created that. That I created that situation, that because it came from multiple sources. That $13,000 came from two different sources. So I know I created it, and I got scared.
It sounds like it because you're like, no, I don't want this money. So here's the thing. So I guess I'm a little lost. So they didn't know they had sent it to you, or they knew they sent it to you and saying
They
that.
knew they sent it to me. They knew they sent it to me because they sent out a letter saying that I won a tort case like last year. Because okay, it goes
Wait, wait a minute.
way
So
back.
I guess I'm confused. So when it was saying that you won something, this
Yeah.
wasn't a loan at the time, correct?
No, it
This
goes
was
back.
just going to be money given to you,
Yes, because it goes back
and
to.
because of your pushback, made it a loan.
No, because it goes back to when I got out the military and they gave me severance pay. Okay, they gave me severance pay in when I got out the military, and then they came back and said, "Well, you owe us money," and I'm like, "No, you guys gave me that severance pay for getting out. I don't owe you that money. I don't owe you anything. You guys gave me that money for taking an early out."
Right.
You know,
Okay.
and then so because they were going to start taking it from my check.
Got
You
you.
know what I'm
Okay.
saying? And then so they said that I won that tort claim and that I didn't receive any of that money, any of that separation pay.
So you weren't willing to say bank error in my favor, collect $13,000.
Yeah.
Why we ain't ready? Why we ain't want to collect $13,000? Say what
No.
now? We didn't want to say. We didn't say that's your error. Your error, your mistake is my reward. Like, say what now?
No, because I feel because then
But I get
when
it because of your past experience. You let that dictate. You thought they would try to come back on the back end and get it. I get it.
yes,
I
they
get
were
it.
going to
I get it. You're using past experience to justify a new reality.
Yes,
Stop doing that. Stop doing that.
yeah. But
But I feel you. I get it. I mean, I don't know what I would do on that. I don't, because it's all about where we are in our current reality, right? But I've heard many people say that they have gotten money through banks and nobody gives it back. Some people like get really scared, like, what if they come back? But here's the thing. You didn't rob any, like you did nothing wrong
No.
on your end, right? You weren't trying to like manipulate the system. You weren't
No.
trying to do anything like that. But since you rewrote the story and say, I don't deserve this, the world said you're exactly right, you don't.
Yeah, and they took it the next day. They
Yeah.
snatched it back out of my account the next day, just as
The moment
quickly,
you said- right, the
just
moment
as
you said,
quickly
"Wait a
as
minute."
just as quickly as they put it in my account, they snatched it out within less than 24 hours. But the thing is that what I'm saying is I got scared because I created that. I created that $13,000 from multiple sources.
But I'm saying,
is
why
what
are
I'm
you
saying.
scared? Why are you?
Huh?
I guess that's the thing. Like it's kind of like what your mom was saying. It's like these things start happening, and it almost seemed unbelievable, right?
Yeah.
And it seems like, wait a minute, am I doing something wrong?
Yeah.
What am I missing? I must be, but you're not. You're doing everything right, and it comes back to that whole mindset of worthiness, right? Like, because we think we have to do something in order to get something. That things just don't come, that things just happen, that the universe just allow things to take place because I am who I am. And I'm above law. So you don't think you're above law when you are. You are above law. The United States would have had to bend its laws to meet your standard. Because man-made laws does not apply to God.
Right.
He just
And
don't.
then the guy from the DEP, whatever, from the VA, he's funny because, or he was in Minnesota because he had a Minnesota accent. And then he he gave it to me again. It tested me, or he said, he's like, I'm not, he's like, you could keep this. He was like, you could keep it as an
So he thought you could keep
interest-free
it?
loan. As an
No, but he turned
interest-free.
it into a loan. So to me, that's
Yeah.
keeping it.
Yeah.
Now
He
you
was
still
like,
want the money back, but I can utilize it and I can give it back to you incrementally.
yeah.
But originally,
yeah.
they were telling you it was yours and there was no payback.
Yeah.
It was no big payback, right?
Yeah.
It was you challenged something years ago and they're saying you're right, you're supposed to have this, and you're saying, well, no, I'm not supposed to have it.
Yeah, because you already gave it to me once. They gave me that when I got out. They gave me that amount of money when I got out.
Okay.
As the severance, that's the severance package for getting out early. It was like it was like $20,000, but by the time they took out taxes and all that, that's what the amount was $13,000. You know what I mean? But what I'm saying is, it's just crazy because
it is wild, isn't it? It's like, but it's just showing you that you can have this reality. Just lean into it, right? Like you are.
But it's scary.
Everything, but you got to stop being scared.
Yeah.
You are not given the spirit of fear.
Yeah.
Right. Nothing is opposing you. Right. It's kind of like your friend that's in your life, right? And you get used to getting those things that so your reality is showing you how easy this is, but you'll have other opportunities. It's just showing you shift your mindset. There's no earning in this life. You don't have to earn anything. Everything is freely given.
And I believe that. Except for messing with Uncle Sugar.
Well, see what I'm saying? See how you're compartmentalizing?
Yeah.
They're on a different scale when they're not.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And the other thing too is, I shared with you that, I went through divorce and then I got my divorce settlement and I did it again this week. So I was kind of upset with myself. Like all this, the last 2 weeks, I kind of been upset with myself because he wrote, he was supposed to give me half the settlement on the 30th. Okay. 30th came, I didn't see the settlement. So right away I called my lawyer and I'm like, look, didn't see my settlement. It's the 1st. What are we going to do? And he's like, okay, well, I'll reach out to his lawyer, and see what's going on. Okay. So long story short, I text my ex-husband, but he didn't respond. But then, his lawyer probably reached out to him and then but before he reached out to me, I said, that motherfucker probably wrote it like a check. He probably wrote the settlement. He was writing a light bill. Okay. All right. And then, sure shit, he texts me. He's like, I sent the check in the mail. Okay. So he sent it. So then I received the check. Okay. It was in the mail. But he wrote it like he was writing the light bill. He didn't get a cashier's check or anything. So when I went to go deposit the check, they're like, "Wow, we're gonna have to put this on hold for 2 weeks."
Damn.
Yeah.
And he was like, "What the hell?"
Yeah. But I triggered that. If I would have said things are gonna go smoothly. He's going to do the right thing. He's going to either send it wire or whatever, you know what I mean, electronically, or he's going to get a cashier's check. But right away, I instantly knew. I was like, that motherfucker's going to write this like a light bill, just to get at me, because he knows that that's what's going to happen, because that's what happens. You know what I mean?
Because you are writing your story with your words.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
The power.
So I was mad for 2 weeks. I was like, this is all me. So yeah.
Once you see what you say, you're gonna start looking for answers in your surroundings.
Man.
And that's what is true. It's all true because I was saying before this my new job. Okay, let me tell you. I was saying I was being frustrated about it. I was calling everybody. I was wondering about it. I kept saying like I was so worried that I wasn't gonna get it, and for a whole month and a half, I didn't get it. And then that at the end, I just gave up. I said, you know what? I'm gonna get it. It's gonna come. I just let it go. It's so weird how it happened. I let it go. It's like the next day she called me and said, I have a training for next week for the job. Like, do you want to go? It was like it was like, I was like, what? I just let it go. You call me the next day? That's like, but I had
Crazy,
been
right?
calling everybody for weeks, emailing and stuff like that. Nothing was happening. But when I let it go, that's when it happened.
Yep, you gotta release the seed. You gotta drop it in the soil. You cannot expect the seed to grow holding on to it. Hey, Beck, go ahead, Beck, if you're available.
Thanks for telling me that.
Oh, you're welcome.
So my recalibrating story. You ready for
Yes.
that one? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I went back into my old habit of seeking validation and encouragement through my husband. And I wasn't aware of what I was doing until his response was like, what are you doing? Like, what more do you want from me? And it, like, because he wasn't responding how I had hoped.
Mm-hmm.
See, every time here come my kid. Yes, 1 second.
No problem. Mom duty calls. That's okay. Yeah, so they tried to give it to you, Anna, huh? And I'm like,
Yes.
oh, this money, you and your stories with money. Is it
Yeah.
mind blowing? Mind blowing. Hey,
Yes.
decisions causes head on collisions.
Because like one of your I don't know who was just on with the panel, but she was just talking about, she said that she's always known that she was going to be okay. Because she's always been okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it's been with me financially my whole life.
Yes.
I've always known that I'm going to be okay. Like something's going to pop up.
Mm-hmm.
Just to get, you know what I mean? Just to get by or cover this or cover that. I just got to get over the fear part of when you said one time, like when it kind of rains, it pours, and it comes it comes just in abundance. Like it's just, you know what I mean? Like flowing.
Mm-hmm.
I need to get over the part where when it's flowing, to not get scared. Because
Yes.
I get scared. I'm
Yeah.
like, wait, hold on. you know? So that's what I got to work on.
Oh wow. I think many of us do. Too many of us lean into the limitations, right? Because we just haven't experienced life being this easy.
Yes. And then you're told, don't be greedy. Like you don't need that. You have more than enough.
Always limiting ourselves, right?
Yeah. That's how I was taught. Like, don't be greedy. You
We
have enough.
all were. We all were told just get your share. Don't just make sure you only eat what you need. Only have what is necessary. But that's not how the script talks about life, though. It's always saying it's more. It's always abundant. It's always pressed down, shaken together. It's exceedingly and abundantly above anything you could ask or think, right? That I will open up the windows of heaven and pour out blessings there isn't room enough to receive, right? It's always talking about, exponential increase.
Yeah, I think a lot of people missing out on that part because they haven't at least got to the being grateful for what they do have. They haven't got to the authenticity and the gratefulness, which is what I would say amplifies our energy as well. So that's why a lot of people miss out on the abundance because
Yeah.
the limitations.
Yeah, and here's the thing. I think we spend too much time being in gratitude. Because gratitude to me, not that there's anything wrong with it, but to me, gratitude is like be thankful for the little that you have, which is what Anna was saying. Be grateful for that. Take what you got and don't ask for anything more. to me, appreciation is key because appreciation adds value, right? Appreciation brings expansion. So it's about being in a position to know there's never too much. You ain't never got too much. What's too much? Who gets to decide what's too much?
Yeah.
There's never too much. You can never have too
Like if
much.
it was too much, God wouldn't give us this earth that continues to grow, continues to produce food, continue to produce fruit. This earth is abundant. He wants us to have
Abundant.
everything over and over and higher again. That's what I think.
Yep.
Yep. The truth.
Expand your territory. Go ahead, Enoch.
I was just gonna say there was actually a penalty for not having an offering. So if you didn't have an offering, you had to pay double the offering the next time around. So it's always about abundance. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I think people get into the poor middling mindset when it says that, like the first beginning, it was talking about multiply and subdue the earth. That's to take over, to control, to have dominance. That's not about having just enough or just taking a little bit. It's like, no, it's supposed to be multiplied by tens. But if you're in the mindset of just getting, you won't even have that. That will even be taken. So that's why I said when you get into the word, just it's a beautiful thing because you start to realize the difference between what's being taught in the mainstream, like money is the root of all evil. We are all heard that, but it doesn't even say that. It
Nope.
literally says the love. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It actually says that money.
Yep.
Hey, what
Money
did I
says it
send
says
you?
that money
What did I send you
serves
yesterday? See, I sent you a video on that, didn't I?
So I went.
I think you did. I can't remember. I guess this and so many videos back. Sorry. You
So
probably
I'm
did.
starting. I would look at the talents like this, like seeds. And when I look at seeds, it's like if you plant a seed, you getting, a tree and then fruit that have seeds in each fruit. So it's just the multiplication that's happening. And then it goes back to those talents that you never sow. Like if you never actually plant the seed, how much you're missing out on, how much you could be adding to abundance yourself.
Yep.
yeah, something back in the days. Ask what is one apple seed plus one apple seed, and most would say two apple seeds, but it's actually
No, that's
two apple trees.
yeah, that's what I said. I was about to say the whole trees.
I would
Yep.
even say it's more than just two apple trees because of the seeds
All the
that's being
seeds that's in
produced
them.
by the tree.
Mm.
And you were right about it's always abundance because I'm gonna tell you when I had that lack mindset, and I know this for experience. I was getting an abundance of lack. I had abundance, but it was an abundance of lack when I was in that abundance. When I was in that lack mindset, I kept getting
Mm-hmm.
things like bills would come, things would hit, my account would get in the negative, things like I was getting abundance. I kept thinking about that. But when I changed my mind, none of that stuff that used to happen to me frequently, it used to happen to me so much that I thought it was just gonna keep happening. It haven't happened. I don't even know when the last time stuff like that has happened. It's like things are helping. I'm getting more abundance now than more lack because I'm not thinking of lack anymore. I don't even think of that anymore. Even if I think of it, I think more of abundance than I do think of lack. Because sometimes I do still have that fear because I'm human and I was brought up in these different systems and things like that. So that's kind of it is kind of difficult to break when you come up from being born to 40 something years old and then now you're trying to break something that you've been taught for all these years. That's a long time to be. Now you gotta now say, oh, everything I was taught was not true, and it kind of hard to break it because now you gotta put
Nope,
new
that's a
ideas.
sad
Well,
story.
it's
Here's
not
the
hard to
thing
break
is,
it.
stop looking at how long you've been
Okay.
doing it and decide what you want, and you'll see that even though you've been doing this so many years, the moment you make a decision, it's quicker to break the habit once you decide to create a different habit.
Well, you're right. It's quicker.
Right. Don't look at how
You're
long
right.
you've been doing it. Just
Okay.
look at the fact that you're deciding to do differently.
Right.
And
And
that
you,
break will be instantaneous in the blink of an eye.
Okay.
yeah. So eliminate try from the process.
Okay.
It's done with your mentality.
Yep.
I don't really understand the obsession with age and society. Like, I get it and I see what people are talking about, but in reality, there's a lot of people that's 40 years old and they still children mentally. Like, you really can explain this type of stuff. Like earlier, it was a bunch of people that still had to do their trolling about whatever we're speaking about, and that's a child to me. When you're still believing in tooth fairies and putting your something under a pillow and all, like, you're still in a
Okay.
child state.
Hold on, guys. So I gotta go downstairs. We selling a product right now. The Toxic, are you here?
Yes.
Can you run the live for me? Let Beck tell her story. I'll play it on replay, and I'll listen to it back. But if you want to tell your story now, if you're available, and the Toxic is gonna run the live for me.
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
Okay, so I went back into this old behavior of seeking validation and encouragement, like I'm doing the right thing through my husband. And he didn't respond the way that I thought I needed or wanted him to. And his confusion in that moment, I was like, well, of course not, because I'm seeking out something I need and he's saying I don't understand, meaning I'm the only one that can give me this reassurance and validation. And it was in that moment that it was like I was emotional. And then like the moment I had that recalibrating moment of realizing what I was doing, it was like the emotion was like immediately, like I calmed the storm immediately. And I was like, oh, what am I doing?
Ooh.
And then I was like, you know what? It's okay. It's cool. We're cool. I don't know what I was doing. And then I was going about my business. But the fact that I already put out there that I needed it or wanted it, he was like constantly following me around after that. Like, what's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? And I'm like, nothing's wrong. I was thinking the wrong way. And it was the fact that he couldn't understand what I needed. And then after the fact that I recalibrated and figured out what I was doing, he still couldn't understand what was going on. But it's like the universe will give you what you ask for, even in the moment that you ask for it, even after you change your mind about it. And I hope that made sense, but it was a really funny moment. It was like I was, like in the moment, I really did feel like an emotional robot. Like, oh, nope, not that emotion. This one. You're good. You did it. Be happy with yourself. You don't need validation from someone else. And now you just confused your husband.
That's beautiful.
And then after that, did you feel like he was giving you what you had originally asked for? Is that what you're saying?
No, because I didn't needed it. I was asking for something that I thought I wanted, but I really didn't need because I already had it. And so because I put it out there that I wanted it, he kept trying to give it. And it was after the fact that I realized I didn't need it. And so now I put in his mindset that I was lacking and he wasn't doing the right thing. And do you know what I mean? Like I messed up his story by imposing mine upon him.
Would you say you wanted him to calm your storm? Yeah, I like when you said that, because you made it. You made that declaration that it's gonna change, and it did.
It was confusing him because where normally I would result to like crying because he doesn't understand me. Like now I'm like, girl, you don't even understand yourself half the time. Calm down. Yeah, it was just in that moment.
Yeah, I've been
that
seeing
recalibrate that.
It's been a beautiful thing seeing that happen in my wife recently, where I'm seeing the same thing like that you saying. She would, deal with things one way, but now she's becoming aware of it, and she's like, okay, I realize that this is how we can make this better, and I'm just loving it. And she's like, she said earlier today that some about disappointing, and I'm like, nah, you're growing just perfectly because you're becoming aware of, what's beneficial for you. And as much as I would want to, I can't help you with that.
Can I ask a question on the panel?
Go ahead.
I wanted to know with you guys if anybody could like help me with this. Like say when you're manifesting something and you know in your heart you feel like you have this thing and you're putting this out there like I have this and I'm not like say if I applied for this house that I wanted, right? And I really wanted this and I know I wasn't accepting no other thoughts in my head and you didn't get it. What do you take that as? Because I'm thinking like if I am the creator, why didn't I get this thing? And in my mind I had it. In my mind I literally had it. PHP, JavaScript. I saw myself in there. I visualized myself in there. I felt like this was my house. I don't understand how it's not my house. That's what I'm saying.
A good question that I still wrestle with. So I'm gonna leave that for T when she comes back.
Okay.
But yeah, I definitely still wrestle with that question because for example, in January I applied for a job and I was perfectly qualified. Some might say overqualified for that job, and I didn't get it, even though I made it through all the rounds and everything like that. And I was affirming for it. I was doing all the stuff. Now, granted, me not getting that job led me down a completely different path that was, I would say, the better path for me than going back into corporate. But I still wrestle with that question still. So I can't quite fully answer that one yet. But I just wanted to let you know that I empathize with you.
Exactly. I was like, what is this? I know I had it. And I still feel like I have it, even though I didn't. I got a denial. I still feel like, no, it's not. I'm not accepting that. That's my house.
You can absolutely do that. You can revise that denial.
Yeah, I denied that thing what they put
Is
out
it
there. I
still
said, that's still my house.
pending?
It's still out there on the market. It's my house.
Yeah, so it's still pending. So they haven't got it yet. I mean,
Yeah, true.
you know
They
what I
haven't.
mean?
Nobody has gotten the house yet, but I'm just saying, I want that house.
I mean,
But anyway, yeah,
if
that's the
it's
only thing
still
I battle with.
pending,
Sometimes
it's
I'll be thinking I
yours.
have some people be like, well, you don't really think you have it. And I'm saying in my mind, I know I think I really have it. I've let it go. I knew I had it. I saw myself in that. I actually saw myself coming from the grocery store, putting groceries up in the house.
Yeah, well, then it's not over yet because with my job, I just decided I wasn't going to keep going for it anymore. But in this scenario, no one else has bought the house. It's still your house.
Yeah, it's still okay. Thank you, because it's still mine.
I mean, that's how I would say it.
Yeah, I didn't accept it. I said no. That's not. I don't believe
Here
that.
comes Kevin. He gonna drop
Okay,
some wisdom on. He gonna drop some
that's
wisdom
the
on you.
wisdom.
Hello, panel.
Hi, Kevin. Welcome.
Hey, how
I
you
can.
doing, Toxic? I like to sneak in and listen, so I will always enjoy T's live. I would like to help the listener with that question, and anyone else who is pondering, how do you get the thing that you know you are intentionally manifesting? Am I understanding the question correctly?
That's the question. It's just that I know I no. The thing is, I had this house. I applied for it. It's like a rental house home, but it's still I applied for the house and they denied me like so quick. But I still didn't. To this day, I still didn't take that denial. It's still out on the market. I didn't take that denial. That's my house. Even though I love that house, I just love the way it looks. It's me. I saw myself in it. I saw myself bringing groceries from it. I saw me and my kids living in that house. So I don't understand how it's not mine. That's what I'm saying. Like I
Okay, I'm
accept
gonna
that.
help you with that.
Okay.
Because I've been there, done that. I've helped people who have been there where you are and done that as well. So I would like to help you with that. The key to having is letting go. I'll say it again. The key to having is letting go. Letting go of the how it's going to happen. whether it's through your application being approved, through somebody living in there, and that's supposed to be your house, and you're like, what in the world they doing living in that? Is my house. They got no business living in there. You're not supposed to know the how. That's the faith part. Faith is the substance of things not seen, the evidence of things not. You're not supposed to know. If you knew, why would you need faith? My niece I'll use the example. My niece is like she's like a celebrity chef, but she doesn't have her credentials. So she wanted to go to school just to get her credentials. So she submitted an application. They can only take a certain amount of students, and she wanted to get into this class. Well, she got a letter back saying they received all applications and the class was full. And that this time they thank her for her submission, but she cannot be accepted. So she was like, Uncle, they didn't accept. All my nieces and nephews just call me Uncle. They don't call me Uncle Kevin. They just say Uncle. And I said, did you tell yourself you don't have it? And she said, but I got a letter and they were saying the administrator. Oh, I said, did you tell yourself that you don't have it? Or did you just believe what something else outside of you said? Because if you believe something outside of you, then you're right. You don't have it. But if you believe that which is in you is the one in control, then you have it. You're right. She said, but I got the letter. I said, okay, you can agree with the letter or you cannot agree with the letter. It's up to you. So she sent me a text message with a picture of her in her chef's coat at the school in the program. It's
Wow.
not up to anybody but you.
Amen.
What do you want? If you want the house, you already have it.
Yeah.
If I gave you $1 million because you said you want $1 million, once I gave it to you, would you turn around and say, I want that $1 million from you that you said you were going to give me? No, because you already have it.
Oh, you're right. I see what you're saying. I took it as like, if that was what I took it as with the universe is, I still have that house. I might, you never know, I might come down the line a year later and get the same. It might, I'm just gonna say it might even look the same, everything, but it might be a way bigger house, even better. So I'm taking
You're
it as I'm so excited because I know the unit. If I was a denial, that means something better is coming because the universe
you,
think
ha-
I'm deserve something better. That's what I was
you
thinking. Like,
okay. Well, let me help you with that little small piece. You have to let go. You have to let go trying to get the house.
you're right. I gotta just let it go.
You
That's
gotta
amen.
let it go because it's already yours.
That's
If
my problem. I
I
have a problem with letting
if I
go.
wanted to go get that house right now, no matter what I did, it's not going to come to fruition
Hmm.
because it's your house. I know in the Christian faith, we like to say what God has for me is for me. Don't that sound and feel good?
Yes, it does.
Well, that's because you're the one in charge, and God is you.
Hmm.
You just got to stand on 10 toes and know it. You've been manifesting. I don't know how old you are, but you've been manifesting all your life. Everything you wanted to happen or didn't want to
Even was
happen, or
scared
was
of, yeah, it
afraid
happened.
wasn't
Yep.
going to happen, it all came to fruition. You've
Yep.
always been manifesting. You don't need me to teach you how to manifest.
No
I
more
do it
than
every
you
day.
teach. You need me to teach you how to breathe. You've been doing it all your life.
Hmm.
Can I add to that too, Kevin? Because now that you're bringing this up,
Mm-hmm.
it's bringing some things to remembrance for me. Um, so some of you might have heard I had a story where I got the exact salary that I wanted at my last job, and I was at that
Yeah,
job
I
for.
love that story.
Thank you. So that particular job, I'd applied for that company, not specifically this particular job. It was the same. It was the same role, but it was different teams. I'd applied for that company like 3 or 4 times before I ever got my real interview. Um, and so this was like before COVID and all that. So long story short, I'd apply a few times before they would say, "All right, girl, you're not giving up." So, and I knew I wanted to work at that particular company. So it took a few times. So my point is to say that just because you got denied one time does not mean that's the end all be all. It's not, especially if it's a
Yeah.
rental. That's totally up to the discretion of the landlords and whomever else. It's up to you really. But I'm just saying that it's all flexible.
Yeah, you have to elect in your mind not to receive anything other than what you want.
Oh, you know what? Now that I think about this, I gotta go back. It's just it's gonna be a deja vu moment for me because I just thought about it when you guys was talking like this. I just thought about it, and it happened in my life before. One time, I had my first when I had my first baby. I was staying with my friend, and I didn't have at that time I didn't have a place to stay either. But I had applied for this apartment. They had already denied me, right? They had already denied me at this apartment. I forgot about this one. So this is the universe bringing it back. They had already denied me for that apartment. So I'm in her house, and it was like a month before. So I'm thinking like it's already denied. So they called me back a month later, and I'm wondering why are they calling me. It didn't register to me. It was weird. And they told me if you can bring this amount in, I just say y'all just denied me though. Even though they denied my application, they told me to bring this amount in is if they approved my application after they already denied it, and then I had my apartment, the same apartment that you're right. So the denial doesn't really mean anything. Like I just thought about that. I'm sorry.
No, no, no. I'm glad I could interject this to help you remember who you really are.
Yes, and I wasn't aware at that time. I was just
No, no,
going
it,
through the
it,
right
it's
way.
been happening.
Yeah,
Whether you are aware or awoke
denied.
or not, it's a law.
Yeah.
It's a law, and the universal law can only be confirmed. It can never be broken. A man law can be broken. I use this example all the time. If you're driving at 35 miles an hour and the posted speed limit is 35 miles an hour, you're not breaking the law. But as soon as you go 36 miles an hour, you've broken the law. You may not have any, consequences associated with going 1 mile over the posted speed limit. They'd be like, so what? No big deal. But breaking a God law, you can't. It don't matter whether you believe in it or not. If you said, Kevin, I don't believe in the law of gravity, I said, okay. Does it change whether or not the law of gravity works? No. It just means you don't believe in it. And he said, Kevin, I don't think you believe that I don't believe in the law of gravity. I'm going to get on top of this 10-story building and I'm going to jump just to prove to you that I don't believe in the law of gravity. I say, okay. And then you jump. Now you may break something, but it won't be the law of gravity.
Mm.
Universal law, God law, source law can only be confirmed. It cannot be broken. That's why there's no judgment on it. You assign
My word will not
meaning to
return
it.
unto me void. My word, which is me. My word will not return
Speak
unto.
it. Speak
Are
it.
you
That's
crazy? That
it.
says my word, which is my word, will not return unto
It
me void.
can't. It's a law.
That's what he's saying. Oh my God. My word? Is that what he's saying?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Oh my
Amen.
goodness.
I love your delight in this. It's
Yes.
so exciting.
I just thought about what he said, my word. I didn't think of it like this before. I'm thinking it's God. He means his word. No, he means my word
It
will not
means
return it to me
you.
void. Oh my God. Yo, y'all, I'm sorry. This is an enlightening moment for me right now.
Well, wonderful. Enjoy it.
I just,
I rejoice with you.
that's what he meant.
That's exactly what he meant.
I cannot speak any negative things anymore. Now that I know that one word, that one line. I've been hearing that line, but I always was associating it with something outside of me.
Right, right. That's the programming that came from my religious background.
Yes. And that's why they worded it the way they worded it, and it kind of it probably confuses people because it's like right in your face, but you don't see it. It's like I
Mm-hmm.
just told you my word without returning to me void, but y'all making it seem like it's somebody else. But
No, your words.
yeah, that's okay. Thank you. Oh my God.
What it say? The life and death and the power of the tongue. Your tongue.
Yes.
My
Yeah.
word will not return to me void. That made I always thought about that as the source outside of me. That's what I thought.
Mm-hmm.
And now that I'm relating it to myself, I can't speak certain words anymore.
No, you can't. Unaware. But even if you're unaware, you can correct it.
Right. Oh my goodness. Okay, guys, thank you. That's good.
Oh, this is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Hey, Kev, how are
Hey, hey, how you doing, T?
you?
My favorite, my
Wonderful.
favorite.
We was waiting for you to come back. We had a question.
She asked a hard question as soon as you
Yeah.
left.
Yeah, when you joined the panel, we had a question that we wanted to ask you about.
Okay, that's
I
the
wanted to ask you, like, when I was telling him, Kevin, he did explain it though. I wanted to get your point of view from it. Like, say when you know you have this thing, like I didn't have a doubt in my mind that I had this house, right? I still don't. And this house was mine. I saw myself in it. It was so surreal. I felt like I didn't even have the place I'm in right now. I felt like I was already in that house. I was going to it every day. I was seeing myself doing things like going to the grocery store, doing my laundry. I was seeing myself doing things in the house already. I don't know how this happened. It's just like when I got in the house, because I went and visited it just to do the things that people say, go visit it. I already felt like when they did the keys, they do the thing where you can do a self tour, you get the keys. I went in that house, it was already mine when I was in there. I felt the energy of it. And how do you explain that when I got a denial from the house and I'm just like, no, I still don't accept that. I didn't get a denial. That's my house. That house wants me
Right,
in
right.
it.
So the question is, what rules, circumstances, or your word?
It's your word, but they already put in
They
their word.
is there a they in this scenario?
Oh, it's no they. Okay, that's my house. I still feel like it is. I don't know why I feel like this house. I'm like, I got it denial, but I didn't. When I saw that, I was like, no, I don't believe
Yeah,
that.
the only thing you do with the letters is like you rewrite the letter.
Yeah.
You rewrite it, right? If you think the letter has significance, rewrite it.
Okay.
I mean, there's
Rewrite
so
the
many
okay.
ways to play with that reality to be like, why are you playing? Now you know
What would you
doggone
feel
well.
though?
Who
What would
told
you
you
feel in that
that you sent
instant?
that? You sent this to the wrong address.
Right. But
You
what would
know,
you feel? Oh, that's how you would feel.
yeah, like what?
But what if it's like
I
2
wouldn't
months
even
down
be
the
talking
line?
about getting a denial letter. I never
Okay.
got it actually.
Okay.
Actually, they gave me a move-in date.
Okay.
Actually, they told me this, right? Speak it as though it's already yours, right? If it's yours, then could you have gotten a denial letter since the house already belongs to you?
No, it's already mine. Oh, yeah, right. I
Is
couldn't have
there
gotten a
even
denial letter anyway. It's mine.
a denial letter doesn't even exist?
Right. Okay. Thank you. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
I was battling with that one. Okay.
Yep. I mean, yeah, we have the ability to revise, right? We don't accept circumstances as final. My word is true. Your word is true. My word is true. Not their word, my word. My word is true. So the truth is, that's my house. Like what? Love it, love it, love it. Did Beck get a chance to finish her story? Beck.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I did. It was just
Good, good.
a funny moment because the result was I thought I needed something, but I didn't. But I had already put it out in the universe, and then that thing that I thought I needed, it began to follow me around, and I'm like, nope, stop. I was wrong.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Anna and Kev, I don't know. You're aware. You probably can tell from my prompt. We're getting away from deconstructing Christianity. The shift has taken place. We will no longer be bringing up people that don't see it from this perspective. I'm
I
not
love it.
not wasting my time anymore.
I
Like
love it.
you
I
get to have
absolutely love
your
it.
belief.
I absolutely love it because really the only person, and I know you know what I mean by this, the only person that you have conflict with is you.
Yep. Yep.
And
Yep.
I was sharing it with somebody a while back. I don't lean into anything that's not coming from a place of love.
Mm-hmm.
I just I just I just refuse to. I'm not putting them down.
Mm-hmm.
It's just this is where I am.
Yep.
Like I think I told one of the brothers on the panel live a while ago. I don't need you. I don't need to agree with you or to be on the same page as you in order to love you.
Okay.
I don't have anything. If I agree with the way you are and how you see things, or don't agree with how you are and see things, that's got nothing to do with me loving you.
Yep.
Now, you may put a condition on how you love me, but I have absolutely no condition when it comes to loving.
Yeah, yeah. After yesterday, I was like, "Oh no, I can't keep." I was like, something. I'm like, and I had already been thinking about it. I was just like, if I want to just see the beauty, I have to choose beauty, right? I can't keep going back and talking about
Yes,
Yes.
and arguing or debating over the
yes.
sin and the limiting and the doubt, and it's like, what are we doing? Like, no. So
Now that's how you.
I came on live last night about 11 o'clock my time.
Mhm.
I probably was on here till like 1 o'clock in the morning. That's
Wow, I'm sorry I missed it.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. And that's why I started the shift last night. So I had probably maybe about 14, 15 people in here. A gentleman came up and we were talking like this. We were, and then exclusive Chrissy came up too. A couple of people came up, but originally when he came up, I was getting ready to close the live. But then two more people came up before I was able to close the live. So I ended up staying about a 20 or 30 minutes longer after I had finished speaking with him. And we were just like, yeah, this, just talking like this, like just talking about consciousness and awareness. I was like, these are the conversations I want to have. I don't want to keep having those conversations about, but what about sin? What about the devil? And I'm just like, you get to have that. I'm not here to convert anyone. I'm not here to convince anyone. If the message doesn't resonate with you, then just go find another live.
Because about 2 weeks ago, no, or maybe it was last week, or maybe 2 weeks ago, what I start seeing is like they become angrier and angrier and angrier and become meaner and say mean, you know what I mean? And it's yucky. It just gets to the point where, okay, now you just want to get up here and bash because you got backed into a corner, because
And like Kevin
what you
said,
said,
it's no they, right? They're
right,
reflections of me, right? So
right,
as I say, I'm the broadcaster and the receiver. I'm tuning into that channel. Well, it's time to change the channel.
exactly,
It's a time to change the
exactly.
station. Time to change the station. Like, okay, it was cool for a moment. Not judging it, it was a wrong thing, right? It wasn't wrong. It was a great experience. I got to meet and talk to people that were not of this seeing life from this perspective. And I did get to talk to some people and they were like, oh, I never thought about it like that. Let me go and let me resonate on this and let me meditate on that a little bit. Let me, and some of them say they might come back some. And then of course I had the ones that were just like, no, you need to convert, you need to repent. And that was cool too. But I'm like, but I want the reality of abundance, of joy, of peace, why am I operating from the dual? I need to
Right, because
operate
you're
from the
telling us,
oneness,
yeah,
right?
you're,
I need to live in the state of there's only God. There's only I
yeah.
am, and everybody is free to have their own experience. We're not here to look for an amen corner. We're just here to share our experiences and hope someone is inspired by those experiences.
Here for it.
Yep.
I would say to people, certain people, is like, I know that before I started changing my mindset and things like that, I would pray to something outside of myself and be begging, basically begging to just get the basic necessities, and I still wasn't getting them. It wasn't until I changed my mindset and went within I'm just gonna say these last 8 months. My life changed so much within these last 8 months, but it didn't change all those years that I've been doing the same things over and over again, praying, going to church, doing this, doing it, begging, and all this stuff. Why did it change when I went into myself and it didn't change before? I mean, it was going on before. I was getting an abundance of lack, but I wasn't getting what I was praying for. I wanted not to have lack.
Right.
I wasn't getting what I was praying for. I was just, I guess I was struggling.
Well, you get whatever you focus your attention on.
Yeah, you get that.
That's what you get. If
Yeah.
you're focusing on not being in lack, or focusing on having more, so you don't be in lack, you're attracting lack. Right? I was explaining to the panel at one time, the moth, the light doesn't chase the moth, doesn't seek out and go get the moth. The light lights, and the light attracts the moth. Don't be the moth, be the light.
Yep.
You don't have to go out and get the things that you desire. Just be the light and it'll come to you.
Ooh.
Yes, and I feel like Source taught us that while when we was born from our parents, right? Did he give us anything? Did he give us clothes, shoes, anything come out with us? No, he didn't. Nothing came out with us but us, our conscience. So if that's what came out, I believe Source is telling us from that, you are going to create your life because I gave you nothing else. I didn't give you a book. You didn't come out with a book or nothing like that. I know you have human beings that can help you and teach you and then like influence you and stuff like that, but you didn't come out with anything. You didn't come out with anything. You came out even naked.
Well, let me
Like,
give you this. Let me give you this.
I feel like we already had everything within us because if I feel like
Yes.
you wouldn't put us on this, we wouldn't be put on this earth with nothing. We don't have everything we need. I don't believe Source
Let
would
me
have done
let
that.
me let me give you this. Give me this. Your avatar is a manifestation of your soul, your spirit. Your brain, your actual physical brain, is a manifestation of your spirit.
What do you mean by that?
Can you measure your thought?
Not that I know of. I mean, maybe. I mean, I'm sure they can. Scientists or something. Can they do
They
that?
can they can prove a thought exists, but they can't measure it.
Okay.
If you want to take it from a scientific approach, your spirit manifests your brain, physical brain, because without your brain, does your spirit still exist? Yes.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Okay. The brain is the awareness and the consciousness.
The brain itself, the physical manifestation of the brain, was manifested by your spirit. That and all your five senses is just a manifestation from your spirit.
Yes.
Okay.
And you're connected to spirit. Try the spirit what? By the spirit. Your spirit. You're not a body that has a spirit. You're a spirit
Yeah,
that
it has a
has a
body.
body.
Mhm.
Oh, I hope that clears some things up for you.
It does. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Wonderfully said. That's it. Wonderfully, wonderfully said.
But Miss T, I have this lady that older people. I love older people, and I deal with them. And this lady, she's such a great person. She's a God fearing woman, though. And I'm not in that. I'm not. I don't think is the way she thinks, like from the way she thinks, the religious way she thinks. And the lady, she talks to me at work all the time at my current job, and I'm just like, she's such a sweet person. And I feel like I can't share my stuff with her because she does not believe like that. Like, she's very strong on what she believes. She'd be like, the only way is through Jesus Christ, the blood of Jesus. She's real strict on that. And you're gonna, be condemned and stuff. And I just leave it alone. And I just try. It's like, how do you interact with people that I really love her and I really want to continue with her, but I don't share the same beliefs as certain people.
Mm-hmm.
That's another thing. But I don't want to not have them as a friend or have them in my life. That's the thing. I don't want to turn away from them. That's the thing.
Right. So don't judge her.
Yeah, just let them have it.
Right. You could be around people with no judgment, right? You enjoy the beingness, right?
Right.
Enjoy whatever they're offering in that moment, right? Get something that you enjoy about her and lean into that.
Okay.
Whatever the conversation is, whatever, right? Enjoy her personality, enjoy the way, just who she is as the being, right? Because she's not the state. She's in the state of whatever her belief system is, but that's not who she is, right?
Right.
She's not that. She's God. She just don't know it. And
Yeah, she won't accept that.
That's okay.
You, she won't.
You're not here to save anyone. You're not here to make someone think like you and be like you, right? She's a reflection of you, right? So you love every part of you, and you love that interaction, right?
Right.
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, like, if we could just let experiences be, right? And then they'll just be whatever they're going to be. All right. Anytime we could shift our perspective about a person, right? So if we just lean into the aspects we love, we'll see more of those aspects, right?
Right.
If we focus on the things we don't want, we wonder, like you said, I kept focusing on what I didn't want to experience, and I kept experiencing the very thing I didn't want to experience because that's what I kept focusing on. Same thing with people. Different attributes, characteristics, personality traits, whatever we want to call them. The more we give attention to that, that's what's going to expand, and that's going to be what is magnified in the interaction.
Well, do you believe this?
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off.
No,
do you believe that? Let me just give you a scenario, right? Okay, so I'm just gonna say, I'm not gonna put who out there. I'm just gonna say it was a certain family, right, that I was dealing with, and I just like every time I would leave from around this family, I would start doing better. But every time I would go back around this family, even though I thought I needed them to help me do certain things, everything would get worse for me. Like everything would get worse. Like I would have bad luck, really bad, like horrible bad luck. Like stuff would happen to me. And I don't know, like stuff like, it's just bad stuff would happen to me, right? Every time I came around all of these people, they were kind of low vibrate. I'm gonna say low vibration. I don't want to say that, but the stuff that they was doing was not of a higher frequency, and they still won't be in that way. But it just felt like every time I went around these certain people, my life would go down. And then every time I would leave them, and then my friends started noticing it too, it would go back like all the way kind of like up a little bit, and just I would be better off. It wouldn't be like it was. I was like, it was hard when I was around these people. But then after that, I started being afraid to be even around these people because I felt like it's something about y'all energy that's bringing me down. So is that a thing? Like, if people have certain strong energy around them that's surrounding them, that they do have that energy. Some people that have a dark energy. They get over on people. They like to steal from people. This is what these people do. They'll steal from people. They get over on people. They manipulate people. They lie. They do these type of things, right? Is there a way that their stuff, like anything around them, could get on you just from being around? Because I was around them every day. Like I had no way of not being around. I was like living with them. Do you believe that's true?
Only because you was judging her.
I wasn't judging them at the time. I
But you're
I
judging
thought we
them,
were
but
together.
you're judging them now. I mean, so you're judging them now, but you weren't judging them then. You didn't
No,
see
when I
that.
was
You
in
didn't
it, I
see
didn't
what
see
they're.
it.
You didn't see what they were doing is wrong at any time. No, at no
No,
time.
I always saw what they were doing. I saw it as
Okay,
wrong. I
that's
did.
a judgment, right?
Okay. Yeah.
All right, and you're calling them low vibrational. You're calling them dark energy. You're saying every time
Well,
I'm
because of the
around
things
them.
they
So
do
here's
to
the
people.
thing,
It's because of voodoo. They do
right?
things
But
to
the thing
people
is, you
when they
gave
get mad, when they don't
power.
get what they want.
Right. So what I want you to see is that you gave power to them. You said they have the ability to cause my life to be in shambles. They do, not me. It wasn't
It
my
was happening
choices.
it was happening, Miss T. It
Ah,
was happening while I was
yeah.
around them
But
though, but
was
it
it?
wouldn't happen when I wasn't around
But
them.
was they making you do the things? Were they making you think a certain way, or were you choosing it?
I guess I was choosing to think. I wasn't thinking my life was hard because I was around them though. I was just thinking like, what's going on? I didn't understand it. And people was telling me like, every time you go around these people, your life starts going in shambles.
And
So I
when
started believing that. And
right,
I
But
I was
was
there we
about to
go.
choosing.
say
I was
That's
seeing it. I
right.
was seeing it was happening.
Right. But here's the thing. Okay, so you're in it and you see nothing wrong with it, right?
At the time, I didn't see anything. I didn't think they were doing anything to me. I thought it was like I was just going through stuff. Maybe at the time, I wasn't thinking. I wasn't putting it on them.
So do you think you had a different mindset?
I did have it. I knew I had a different mind. I would not still. I wouldn't do
But
things that they
then
did.
there's the cause right
Okay.
there. It was your mindset. It was never them. It was your mindset.
Right.
You decided to think that way depending on who you're around. If you're around people that are thinking amazingly, then you allow yourself to think that way. And if you're around people that think negatively, you allow yourself to think that way. So
it's
you are
like
being and you are under the influence
Oh
of
yeah.
others. Go ahead, Bub.
Okay. You're right.
once you become aware of these things, you make the choice whether you're gonna accept it, whether you're gonna come into agreement with this or not.
And you can still be around people that do all these things that I consider are not good. Like you burning candles on people. You saying these things. I'm around. I'm not thinking like I'm not saying I want to participate in this stuff, but I've seen you saying you're doing these things. Like, say if somebody kicks your son out of the house or something like that, you say, "Oh, I'm going to call defects on them." You're doing evil things to people that are not for no reason, just because they hurt you in some way. And I'm seeing these things, and I'm thinking like those things to me are bad things to do to people. Like you like if somebody does something to you, you calling the police on them or you're doing it, not saying if it's like something horrible, but or if you're like or you're burning candles on people, like doing voodoo on them, that stuff is not right, like to do to people. I feel like that is not right to do to people, or stealing from people that, like, say if you work for these people, like she was like somebody I know was working for rich white people, like they were just like working for them, cleaning their houses, take care of the kids and stuff like that. She would tell me, I'm stealing from these people, got money, I don't care, I take whatever I can. They leave cash around the house. She was stealing from these people, and I'm like, in my mind, that's not, you're not supposed to do that. She felt like she had less and they not paying me much. They think I'm like they maid or something like that. Well, I'm getting more out of it then. Like she would steal from these people.
I would say if that energy isn't being balanced, if you're seeing that and not saying nothing, I think that's kind of like a form of agreement,
Mm.
and it might come off, you know, that way.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. And that's probably why I was kind of agreeing with the lifestyle, because I wasn't saying anything. I was just accepting it. That's probably why I was experiencing those bad things happening, not because of them. It was because of me. Like you said, you're right. The acceptance of it, and not thinking it, saying anything bad. You're right. That's a form of acceptance. If I didn't tell them it was wrong or say anything at the time, then I was kind of going with it.
Hmm?
Okay,
That energy had to be balanced somehow, and if you didn't do it, life did it.
that's true.
I mean, my thing is, I'm just not in the business of making somebody's life about me, somebody else's life about me. That's not my business, what they do with their life. None of my business. Has nothing to do with me. Unless I make it my business by judging it, by saying, oh, you shouldn't be doing that. Oh, you're wrong for that. Oh, like, because here's the thing about the law makes no mistakes. ever.
So you don't believe if you're around 4 broke people, you're gonna be the 5th one? That's what people say. You don't believe that?
Nah, I mean you have to
Here's the
accept
thing.
that.
Here's the thing. That again is leading into the external. I have people that don't have. I'm around people that don't have as much money as I do. I'm never going to be in that state because money is not the money does not make a person poor. Your mind does.
Okay.
I don't care if
Preach.
you have less money than me. Do you have the riches of the spirit? Are you kind? Are you gentle? Are you compassionate? Are you loving? Are you peaceful? Do I enjoy your presence? That's the richness that they offer me, not how much money they got. If they can never pay for a meal, who cares? If they can never take me out, who cares? But I can take them out and I'll take them out and I enjoy them. We'll have a great time because I love their conversation. I love their energy. I love where they are because I'm not going to judge them by their bank account.
Can I say something
Sure.
about that, or can I give? So, and this is I'm not judging and I'm not talking trash. This is I'm talking about my one of my dear friends. We were both in the military together. Her and her husband, we were all in the military together. So we were all very young. So I've known her for 30 plus years. Okay, they've been together for 30 years. They've been married for over 30 years. But they're, kind of going through it. But the problem is, or I shouldn't say it's a problem, what I see is he came from Louisiana, and he came from a large family, like 9 kids, maybe 9 or 10 siblings. Okay. And they lived in extreme poverty. Okay. He's not in poverty. They have money now. You know what I mean? Like, she works for the VA. He was a long haul truck driver for years and years and years. He was an 88 Mike in the military. So he's always been a truck driver, and they have money. They have properties and everything, blah, 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 blah. But because he has not changed his mentality of that, I've always been in poverty, maybe, or whatever, or I lived in poverty. He continuously through the years has created scenarios, or like they have a property, it's like a townhome. And like for the last 4 years, he hasn't paid the HOAs. Okay. So they put a lien on the property. Okay. And it was like for what, $1,300, because the HOA fees were like $300 a year or something like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so she was telling me about this day before yesterday, and I was like, well, I think it's just because he has never, because I've known them for like 30 plus years, like I said, and it's one thing after another, after another, after another, after another, after another, after another. He's constantly creating these scenarios or this chaos around money, like won't pay the mortgage on that property for months and months and months and months. And then because it's a rental, you know what I mean? Or whatever, you know what I mean? Won't pay the mortgage. And then it creates a scenario for her, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it's not that they don't have the money or he doesn't have the money, but I think it's his mindset that he was always maybe as a child always broke, and he's gonna ride that mentality out till the wheels fall off, is what I'm saying. Instead of changing and saying, I'm not in that world anymore, or I'm not of that anymore. I you know what I mean? I
Or at least
have money. Huh?
or at least hire an accountant or a secretary or
Yeah,
something.
but he's gonna hold on to that mentality till the wheels fall off. You know?
Yeah, that's the hard part. Yeah, you have to let go of that mentality because it's like he's hoarding his money because he's afraid of going back to what he was in. He's like a fear thing. I'm afraid to go back to what I was in childhood, so I'm gonna hoard my money instead of paying my bills.
Well, I think it's because there was always a struggle.
Yeah,
He
he's
was always
creating
there.
struggle.
Huh?
He wants to
So if
create
you're
the struggle because I guess he's comfortable. I don't know.
Yeah, and that's what I mean.
Yeah,
So,
and here's the thing. This is what we need to be careful of, right?
mhm.
When we're telling someone else's story, identifying with it, because none of my business. None of
Okay,
my business.
exactly. Yeah,
None of
you're
my business.
right.
I really don't care what they got going on with their money. He'll figure it out.
Mhm.
You know, that's his path. That's his journey. That's something he wants to keep recreating until he doesn't. And then when he does, then he'll do so. But right now, I don't want to talk about someone else's money woes or
Okay,
money
right.
or experiences with money and call it a woe or call it wrong or call, because in his mind it may be he like, I'm gonna pay it when I get ready because I got the money to do so. You're telling me I have to do it, I have to pay it on this date. I can pay whenever I want to because I have the money to do so. But we're
True.
all trying to make it be something that is not, when we really don't know why he's choosing not to. He could just be on his own timeline and he don't care about no fees. He don't care about no late. He don't care nothing about that because he got the money in the bank. You making it a thing. You say, oh, you need to pay it on time. It's due this day and you need to pay it on this day. And no. You're that's how you would live your life. He may be like, hey, I'll let it go 2 years and then when you need it, oh, I got this right there. Here you go. Now I feel
Yeah,
like paying it.
that's
Now
true
I feel
because
like paying
You
it.
know what?
maybe that's because maybe that's because that's how me and her function.
Right, exactly.
That's how we function.
Right. Let him do. Let him be free. Let him do what he's gonna do. But I'm gonna bring exclusive Chrissy into the conversation. Hello, Chrissy. How are you?
How are you?
I'm great. What's going on?
So I wanted to ask, like, how do you let go of something, but you say that you get what you focus on if you let it go? Like, what do we focus? You know what I'm saying? Why are we still focusing on it if we let it go? You know?
That's a two-edged sword, right? The work is a two-edged sword, right? So the desire you drop, right? The moment you start to focus on it not being there is what you're going to create. Because you can let it go and just not ever think about it ever again, right? But what most people do, they say they let it go, but they didn't let it go. They talk in opposition of it and then wonder why the seed doesn't grow. Because you actually didn't let it go. You actually start talking about how is it going to come, why it isn't showing up in the way it should come, and start complaining. So your focus is on it not being there. Because if you're going to completely let it go, the focus is what? Internally, you know it's there. Internally, you know it's there. Even though you may not be physically giving your energy to it. Right? Which is mean you have subconscious versus conscious, right? Awareness. Subconsciously, when you let it go, you instantly know it's already done. So you don't have to, in your logical mind, give attention to it. Your logical mind would do whatever you need to take care of for the rest of the day. So whether you need to go to work, maybe you need to clean the house, whatever duties, whatever chores, whatever it is, you could just lay out, whatever you're going to do for the day. I'm going to lounge around. I'm going to watch movies. I'm going to watch TV. I'm going to go hang out with family and friends. I'm going to do whatever. I'm going to just go live my life while I allow the seed to germinate and become the thing in which I said it is.
Right. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right. That makes sense. 'Cause I was just like, how am I supposed to get this thing if I keep focusing on it?
Right. So it's about where the focus is, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when we're talking about focus or energy, right? It is that what people call balance. Now this is the balance, right? This is when we want to bring balance into it, right? Now it's about, I decided I want it. It's like, here's the thing. It's the same way as ordering from Amazon, right? When you order from Amazon and you truly trust Amazon to bring you your package, right? It's every day you're checking to see, did Amazon deliver it? Did Amazon deliver it? Did Amazon deliver it? No. You may be preparing what you're going to do with whatever you order from Amazon. So that will be your focus, right? Oh, when I get those sheets or I get that outfit, I'm going to wear it to this. Or, oh, I can't wait to see how it's going to look on me. Or, whatever it is that you purchase from there, right? Or if it's household, okay, yeah, I know I'm good with my household stuff. I got my household stuff from Amazon. Whatever you bought from there. Your focus is on the having of it, not the not having of it.
So I want to say, expectation has a lot to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
What you expect. I looked up the definition to they like this placebo effect. They say you can actually experience health benefits just by you expecting it to happen. It doesn't have nothing to do with actually the action itself. It's the expectation.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Love that. Love that. Love that.
Yeah, that makes sense. Thank y'all so much.
Oh, you're welcome. Hello. Who's this? Chosen Souls. Hello, Chosen.
I told him you can't ask for water and don't bring nothing to put it in.
Say that.
For sure, for sure. Peace and blessings, everybody.
Peace and
Shalom. Happy
blessings.
Sabbath.
Yes. Hello. How are you?
All is well. How is all of you?
Oh, great, great, great. Always great.
Hey, so Motive B. So piggybacking off of what we just talked about, I do agree with a lot of things that have been said. I'm with the Enlightenment Collective. Even going with the prompt, I'm not a religious person, but I do study many Bibles, the Hebrew Bible, the Torah, the Nag Hammadi. I study a lot of spirituality. So I'm with the Enlightenment conversations and understanding oneself. We did talk about balance and consciousness. I think it's there for a reason. And when you know how to use alchemy in the right way, you find a lot of answers to a lot of things. So in other words, you ask the right questions, you get the right answers. When someone was speaking earlier about basically how do you do something to an extent, I think I said something about centering yourself and grounding yourself. And the whole thing about that is just finding what truth resonate with you and sitting in those truths so that they can manifest in a real tangible way, if that makes sense.
Yes. Absolutely. Makes sense to me. For me personally, I enjoy the simplicity of it. I don't want to add, I don't want it to be hard. I don't want it to be complicated. I need simplicity. I'm going to reduce it to its smallest fraction. Reduce it to its smallest terms. And I just realized whatever I think about comes into fruition. And it's just as simple as that, right? I make a choice and then I just stand firm on that decision regardless of appearances. The challenge for most of us is because we make a decision and then when things don't happen the way we think it should happen, we say, oh, we get discouraged and we let circumstances dictate the reality. When circumstances do not dictate the reality, you do. And no matter what the circumstance is, you get to give meaning to it. And so if you would just give the meaning that it does not matter what happens, it's all working out for me. I don't care what happens. I don't care what letters I get. I don't care what this one says, what this one does, how this one sees me, because there is no them. It's only me. And everyone I'm seeing is just confirming who I am, who I say that I am. Even when I didn't even know I was saying it. My world is going to confirm it though. So I can say, oh, that's not what I think. I don't really believe that. Really? Then how are you seeing it? How are you experiencing it? It's not there by happenstance. Things don't happen to you. They happen because of you. And that's the hard pill that most people don't want to swallow. We always want someone to blame. Oh, no, it wasn't me. No, that's them. That they're energy vampires. They're trying to take something from me. They're low vibrational beings. They're soulless creatures. Really? And I thought you were the creator. I thought you were the operant power. How something got
Tell
power
him.
over you?
Tell him.
And so, so either we're the creator of the reality or we're not. We can't say that we have total power over this, but no power over that. No. You are the power. You're the Energizer Bunny. You're running this show. This is your production. You are the production studio. You are MGM Studios. Yep, it's you. You're the one giving the cash, the money to bring about your movie. You're casting the roles, you're hiring the writer, you decided who the director was, you got the star, and guess what, boo? It's all you. Writer, you decided who the director was, you got the star, and guess what, boo? It's all you. And you're also scripting the roles that people are going to play in your reality. The only thing you don't get to say, how a thing's going to happen and who's going to play the part. That's why we're told, oh, the people that are closest to you hurt you. Why? Because the role that you out, you don't think that the person that loves you the most is going to play that part for you. But they're the ones that know you the best because they're always around you. Because the person that you're close to is the one that's always around you. So yes, they're going to play the part that you're writing. So if you don't trust someone, the person that's closest to you is going to be the one that causes you to distrust. You're going to see a deceitful being in your reality, and it's usually going to be the least person you expect, the last person you expect. Because all they're doing is showing you you. Well, you said you didn't believe people could be honest. I'm just showing you you're right. You can't believe that people can be honest. Woohoo, here I am. I'm going to serve up this honesty on a platter just for you. I'm about to play that part for you, and you, it always comes back pressed down, shaken together, and running over. Every seed produces after its own kind, and it always comes back what? Multiplied. Like when we were talking about the seed, right? The apple seed. It don't produce one apple. You're finna get a whole damn tree.
Preach.
You're about to get the whole damn tree. So be careful what seeds you dropping into the subconscious.
And then I'm hearing to take I like to take the thoughts captive.
Mm-hmm.
And like knowing that you are in control. I used to have nightmares until I was able to make that switch. And that it happened in a dream, it was just the awakening to me knowing that I control it. There's no reason for
Yes.
me to be scared about it.
That's it. Man. Like this literally is our world. All right. Like they say, if this world was mine, it is. If this world were mine, I'll give you everything. Oh, well, however that song go. I can't even. I always be trying to sing songs. I don't even know the words too. But I always got a song for every situation. And the world
Sing it.
is yours, and you get to give yourself everything.
I was going to say Kendrick Lamar actually remade the song,
Yep.
and it's going viral now, and it's Luther Vandross, If This World Was Mine. So going back to what I was saying in the comments, everything y'all saying I agree with. All praise is due to the Most High. What I learned from Buddhism, I don't chase butterflies. I mend my garden, and then butterflies come.
Woo!
And heaven and hell is a mind state. So if you want whatever your mind is on, that's what you put in your spiritual channel on. So whatever is the channel your mind on, that's what you're going to see.
Yes.
So if you want to see heaven, you want to see peace, you want to see evolution, then set your channel and your thoughts and your energy towards that, because the universe or the Most High will multiply that. It's just multiplying. So whatever energy you're sending out is going to multiply it. So be the change you wish to see and mend your garden, and you will see heaven and garden things.
Woo! That's why I had to change my channel, y'all. I had to change my channel. Say, we got to flip the switch on this. Shape shift for real.
Yeah, I had to block some channels. You know how you go on the TV and you're like, man, okay, let me reprogram the whole TV. I don't need this channel. I don't speak Spanish, but they got some good shows. We'll keep that on. PBS Kids and PBS, definitely keeping that on. And of course, the Black channel.
Yeah.
God TV. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, loving this new channel. Oh, I'm so in love with this new channel. Yes. But I am going to have to close down the studio. I'm getting ready to go to watch. Go watch. Be entertained. I'm about to be entertained. I'm about to go see a film, and I like to watch films now from this new perspective that I have, right? With my new rose-colored lenses on. So
Nice.
I'm about to be entertained. I'm going to watch the movie Him. They talk to. I'm a football fan. They say it's based on football. Some people say, "Oh, it gets really dark." I'll say, "Well, I'll be the judge of that." I want to see what the movie has to say, so I'm going to watch that. Hey. Yes, I would definitely enjoy. I definitely will
Keep
enjoy.
walking in your power. I
Oh,
appreciate to see it. I
oh,
can't see you, but I know you're glowing.
oh, thank you. Yes, everyone in power. That's all we have. I am the power, right? Says He-Man. I have the power. He's actually said, I have the power. We're going to say I am the power. Go ahead, Chrissy. Did you have something to say?
Yes, I said thank you for having me. I enjoy your content, and I really do love the way that you explain things in a perspective, because it's like my spirit knows certain things. I just can't. I just don't know how to explain it. You get what I'm saying? And you know how to explain stuff very, very, very well.
Oh, I appreciate that. And now you have to start doing is saying, "Oh, I explain things simply as well." Right? Write the story. You have a
Right.
great way of articulating what you mean and what you say. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Say what you mean what you say. Yep.
That's
It's a
my new.
beautiful thing. Yep.
Are you a healer too? I'm a healer too, but I'm just learning how well we can heal.
Hey, we're all healers. The healing is in the word. These words I speak, oh, they are spirit and they are life. I am the resurrection.
Sheesh.
Just say, Lazarus, come forth. Come on out that tomb. I know they said you've been
No,
dead for 4 days, huh? And
I'm on
that's
that
so.
for real.
You only asleep. Come on up. Wake on up. Get on up. Get on up out that tomb. Come on
Thank
and
you, thank you,
live. Come on and
thank you.
live. Live life more abundantly. That's what we came here to do. Prosperous living. Get back to. I had to do like Brian Knight said. I had to get back to one. Get back to self. Thank you. Appreciate you. Thank you. Well, I may come back on tonight. As we say, we'll see how the day goes. I did come back last night. It was a late night. I did come back, though. I came back at like 11 o'clock. And Chrissy was there. Chrissy saw me. Hey, Chrissy, boo. Yeah, Chrissy was rocking with me last night. We had a good old time, a good old conversation in the midnight hour. In the midnight hour. It was a beautiful thing. But you guys enjoy your Saturday. Enjoy this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day.
Okay, you
And
too.
I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you so much. Thank you.